a later round quarterback. So,
Yeah.
Right. We live, brothers. We live. So yeah. What's up, DR? Flex, what's going on?
What's
oh
good? What's
man,
good? What's good, man? Just in here,
Nothing much, man. Just chopping it
relaxing
up a
for the
little
moment.
bit.
Yeah, I like it. Had to make sure I'm representing over here.
so so
Absolutely. Absolutely. Shout out to the channel, bro. Shout it out.
No, funky uncles always. You streaming live on your YouTube?
Yeah, uh-huh.
What about Facebook? You on
Let's see.
Facebook too? Yeah, you got to get them all, man. Get them all. I put them on there, and sometimes I'll tag other people. Like if people are live, I go ahead and go on like
Mm-hmm.
on the iPad, and I just go ahead and tag them, and that way other people will know such and such has been tagged for this, that, and the third.
Yeah, I just
Yo,
sent it through your Facebook channel as well. So we streaming
okay,
through there too, man.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, we in there.
Yeah, man. Just for sure. For
So, so,
sure.
so catch me
Yeah,
up on
man.
what's been
Send
going on
just
here.
we was we
man,
was
we
we
just
was
chatting it
talking
up.
about your
Oh, go
Steelers.
ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
grab Justin Fields was a shocker. I thought that they were out of the running for Fields until I saw something like a couple days ago, and I was like, "What are the odds that we would still grab Justin even after picking up Russ?"
Yeah,
I was like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. After grabbing Russ, and then when they got rid of Kenny, I said, "Oh, they'll probably look to a veteran,
yeah,
a veteran to back him up,
Mm-hmm.
or
yep,
or somebody that maybe one of
Right.
Arthur Smith's former quarterbacks who knows the system
yep,
that'll be able to help bring everybody up to speed."
yep.
So,
Right. Right.
but hey, quarterback
Yeah.
of the future
Yeah.
and the quarterback of right now. That way, the stress isn't on Fields to really do a whole lot right
Yeah,
now,
yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
especially learning the
Right.
new
Right.
system because everybody's learning the new system. This is a whole new system for everybody this year.
yeah.
Right. Exactly.
So
Yep.
he's not
You're
being
absolutely
thrown out
right,
there
man.
saying, "Oh,
And
you
I'm
got to
glad he
do this."
went to this.
Go ahead, bro.
And what I like about it, he's going to an organization like the Steelers under Tomlin and the Roonies, and a chance to learn under a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Yeah,
Yep.
And like you just mentioned, bro, learning a new system, you know. And who's the most popular guy on the team? Every football team, the backup quarterback. Okay, so just in time is coming. I'm glad he's in Pittsburgh. And hey, I'm following Justin, man. My allegiance is with him. So go Steeler Nation, man.
yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yep.
It's they got to retool in a lot of different areas, and the Dante Jackson pickup I think is huge.
Yeah.
It's just as
Oh
huge
yeah.
to me as the Russell Wilson pickup because there been too many times I've seen dudes we didn't have the speed to keep up with certain receivers. We have a cornerback who can cover. He has speed, who's not afraid to tackle.
Yeah.
So,
Hmm.
and put him opposite of Joey Porter Jr., who
Right.
we've seen can
Oh
play.
yeah. Yeah.
Man.
So
I
and
totally
Porter
then
forgot
Jr. the
about
real
you.
deal, boy.
and then put Patrick Queen in the middle. I don't know who else is going to be in the middle with him, but if we can stay healthy, it's
Patrick
going to
Queen.
be ooh some
Boy,
slow
yeah.
singing and flower bringing for some quarterbacks this year.
So, but let me ask you this, Flex. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
If it's a straight up competition between if it's a straight up competition between Russ and Justin, who you like?
Hmm.
Or you would rather for Justin to sit and learn this year?
Yes. And for
Yeah.
one, from
Hmm.
what I've seen from Russ, it'll be hard for Justin to take that. I've seen, we got to think back. We saw Russ go
Hmm.
from North Carolina State. to Wisconsin, totally different system, and be in the Heisman running, learning a whole new system.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then the following year, come in and take the starting job from who was that? He took the starting job from. It was either the guy that was at New England or Green Bay. I think he was the dude that was in Green Bay. The quarterback he had just thrown for.
Hasselback, right?
No. The starting quarterback was the dude. He
Hasselback.
he threw
That
for a
was
Green
Seattle.
Bay record. Yeah, he threw for a Green Bay record. He threw for more yards than anybody else in the game at Green Bay, and that was like his last year. That was his contract year. Who was it?
He played for
But whoever it
Seattle.
was, yeah, he went to Seattle because that was his contract year. It was like how the last game of the year they'll put the backups in when you already made the playoffs and stuff. So they put
Right.
dude and he threw for like 400 and something
Right.
yards. So they was like,
You
oh man,
sure that
he's the
wasn't
truth.
Hasselback before?
It wasn't Hasselbeck.
I can't remember who it was.
Let me let me get my little trusty dusty. I, I'll tell you who it was. Because it's somebody that you wouldn't even think of being, like that. I want
Yeah, you got me on that one.
to.
Because I was thinking
I know, right?
Hasselbeck also.
I thought, yeah, I thought it was Hasselback before Russ.
Let me see here.
Yeah. Well, while D looking that up, Simi, what y'all gonna do with Daniel Jones and the Giants, bro?
You see, we boosting that lineup. See, it's been talk about getting another quarterback, but Daniel Jones has shown everybody what he could do with a decent line.
Yeah.
It's not always the answer, man.
So you gonna rock with Daniel Jones, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay. Now,
I mean, I would too, since y'all paid him already. I mean, shit.
well, yeah, that too. But I've always seen he's never had a decent line since he's been there, except for 2 seasons ago when we went to the playoffs.
I know about that all too well, man. All too well. Yeah, that
So
makes a difference with a quarterback. It's a little, and from what I understand, man, you got some people who, yeah, you're right.
Matt Flynn.
So you think y'all still draft a quarterback though, or look to draft one? Oh shit, Matt Flynn. Fuck.
Matt Flynn threw for 480 for Green Bay. He tied with Brett Favre for the most yards ever in a game.
I forgot about Matt Flynn.
And came in
and he went in the
second game.
They gave him big money.
Yeah. And by the second preseason game, he lost.
Did he play at LSU?
Position. Huh?
Damn. Didn't Matt Flynn play at LSU?
Did he? Hold on.
Matt Flynn. I think LSU.
Let me see. Yep, sure did.
I forgot about him.
Yeah.
Played at LSU.
Yeah. I forgot about Matt Flynn.
Yeah, and Russell Wilson took his spot by the second preseason game. The first game Russ played with the back.
Hey, and I heard Tomlin say already, Russ is the starter. Justin, you are the backup. Tomlin already told Justin that.
Yeah.
So he already knows. And I think that's good because what Justin been through, man, he need an opportunity to get some mental reps. And like you say, learn the offense. Learn the offense, get some mental reps, learn from Russ, probably ball out in the preseason because he gonna be playing against, draftees and undrafted free agents. So let him go out there and run all over them cats.
Yeah.
And during the season, he just continue to learn, But I'm glad
Did you see the receiver that we picked up, Van Jefferson?
From when didn't he go to from the Rams?
Right, he was with the Rams and he's with the Falcons. Yeah,
right.
Speedy guy, about 6'2", about 2 and some change. Another receiver to push the ball down the field. Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm excited.
Absolutely, man.
I'm even ready for the new Madden to come out.
Hey,
I got a quarterback that can throw the deep ball now. Great God, I'm be dangerous on Madden.
Hey, and when Justin the starter for the Steelers, I want him to get about five out of 7 Super Bowls, man.
I want to, man. If Omar Khan keeps making moves like this,
man, I tell you, boy, we fucked that one up.
Yo, if Omar Khan keeps making moves like this in the offseason, every offseason, and playing and the way they playing with that money, they cutting certain people.
Bro. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, they cutting certain people and create because we didn't have a lot of cap room. I'm gonna tell you now, we didn't have a lot of cap room.
Yeah,
But he created a lot of cap space with, especially with Allen Robinson.
Right.
They got rid of Trubisky quick, which they should have.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Quick.
Every Steeler fan I talked to said that. They was, yeah.
And you know what's crazy? All 3 quarterbacks balled out in the preseason. All 3 of them balled out in the preseason.
Yeah.
It was a quarterback competition for real in the preseason, but
yeah.
So, Sammy, what do you think? What do you think Daniel Jones needs now? I mean, you got rid of Saquon. What's the direction they're headed in?
I'm thinking it's more. I mean, that was a money move. I mean, now I will say I'm a little miffed at what we were going to pay him versus what Philly paid him is like a difference of $2 million.
Yeah.
You go out and get Burns and then give him the bag like that, but you couldn't give Saquon, $2 million.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to develop a different mindset about this running back market. Because I don't think it's like everybody's making it sound like. I mean, it's apparently people are paying these running backs. I mean, look, Philly paid them.
Right.
So like I said, some of these teams are still paying. So, I mean,
right. If you bring that kind of value as a running back, then you know what I mean?
Right.
You gotta bring
absolutely.
Ever since Emmitt Smith. Yeah, running backs ain't even getting paid ever since Emmitt Smith.
But what they're doing now is they're making they're really
crazy,
profiling the passing game
60 times every game.
That's it.
And that's fine. And that's fine. And I understand that.
I wasn't surprised, but I was surprised Philly gave up Saquon.
Yeah, well, we saw it coming because we wasn't going to really pay him last season.
A little bit here, brother. Right.
Oh shoot! I'm trying to pass this thing out here. Messenger. See if we can get some more people to come through. I saw Eric the other day.
Which one?
Who?
What's Eric's last name? Eric. Eric. God knows. Owns the grocery store.
Campbell.
That's it.
Oh, Campbell.
Yeah.
Red.
Yeah. Did you send Cuomo a link?
No, man. Go ahead and do it.
Okay.
I'm trying to see how many I can get because I'll be on here till about 10 o'clock tonight. Man, so I want to get some hours in.
Yeah.
If I can, trying to do about 4 hours.
We got another we got next up nephew thing coming up. Lori's son. I'll tell you about that later. I don't want to say that on the screen yet and ruin everything. But we got 2 next up nephews that I'm working on. We can come on, celebrate these young cats doing things. It's not It's not about
Yeah,
us
and
like that
get their
anymore.
mindset of where things are today. Yeah,
That's a good
Right.
idea,
it's
man.
not. It's not,
Yeah,
bro.
that's the next up nephews, man. They doing their own thing. They don't have to follow the crowd. They
Yeah,
doing what they love. That's what
yeah,
we should have been
Right.
doing
yeah.
instead of being, where we were.
Right. 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 I agree.
So next
I
up
agree,
nephews,
man.
if you a next
But we
up
gonna keep it
nephew or
on.
you know
We gonna
somebody,
yeah
let
we
us know.
yeah for sure, man, for sure. That's a good plan. But we gonna keep it on sports tonight. And
Yeah,
I
no
got a
doubt.
question I want to throw out there to you guys, man. Do you think ladies college basketball is more exciting than men's college basketball today? Do you see a
At this
shift
point,
in the engagement?
Yeah,
at this point right now,
Yeah.
yes.
yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
I
They're
agree.
staying longer.
Because I can watch a lady. I
The
can watch a lady
fundamentals are
game. I
there.
can't even watch the talk to you. Right. Right.
Absolutely.
I,
Absolutely.
I
Because
It's just
I cannot watch. I can't argue over my team.
and see, to piggyback off of what Flex just said, I coach middle school ball. And one of the things that I'm trying to do, and I'm gonna make sure and get it done next season, I'm gonna take them to a college basketball game. But I want them to see the girls play. Because
Take them to the
boys
big
tend to
box, bro.
lean more towards on their athletic ability
Right.
than to play basketball fundamentally.
right,
Mm-hmm.
right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what a lot of people have been overlooking for years. They're
Yeah,
overlooking at the fact that these girls aren't going out there to catch alley oops and trying to get on Sports Center, dun 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 dun.
yep, yep,
Maybe with the handle a little bit, but as far as the game itself, fundamentally, as the late great Kobe Bryant said, may he rest in peace. The U.S. the United States game has lost its fundamental foundation.
yeah,
Right.
It's
Yeah.
more about flash, and the
Yeah.
NBA geared it that way because it's more about showmanship now than it is about competition. As
it
long as
is.
they can keep pulling that money in, they'll
Yep,
let people travel. They'll let whoever they want foul, but as long as they don't foul out, they let them do what they want. It's not about the competition anymore. It's about how much money can we make by letting them do whatever. It's almost like street ball, which is
yeah,
the reason why back in the days, street ballers had such a hard time, making it in the NBA.
mm-hmm,
It wasn't that they weren't skilled. It was just that their skills were different.
mm-hmm,
It didn't translate as well. Not all of them, of course, but a lot of them.
yeah,
You can't do a lot of those fancy moves without
Right.
carrying because they were going to call it.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You weren't
That's
going to do a
true.
lot of that stuff.
It's different
That's
with a
true.
clock and whistle, bro. It's real different with a clock and whistle.
Yeah.
But once you learn to play organized
That's true.
ball at a high level, especially as a basketball player, man, you hard to
Right.
stop. Because under that scoreboard and them whistles and referees, you still got to know how to be talented and tailor your game to where you the best player on the floor. So
Right.
Yeah,
that makes a difference, man. But like you said, man, the ladies game is more fundamental. They run
and then
plays more. I notice more plays.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And I give you an example, of how it's changed over the years, even in the like late 80s. Well, I'll say early 90s. Like this was like, I think, sort of like the last era of guys staying in school, 2+ years. Like when the Fab Five came out as
Yeah.
freshmen.
Right.
All right. When they lost that first championship, you knew they were coming back that next year. So that gave you something. That gave you something to look forward to.
Right.
Those dudes weren't one and done like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And back then you had college superstars. I don't hear about no college superstars now. Who? Ronnie James,
Yeah.
LeBron's son? I don't know. Ain't no stars in college basketball.
G,
You know?
trust
So
trust
I'm
me
like,
on this.
hmm?
Trust me on this. Juju Watkins is the best baller at USC right now, and that includes LeBron's
Dude,
son.
I heard
I
about
pro-
Juju, bro. I
hey,
did hear
flex,
about
flex.
Juju now.
Hey, D, am I lying?
You ain't lying. She gonna give you the flash. She gonna give
I
you the
heard about Juju,
fundamentals,
man.
and she
Mhm.
gonna make Sports Center, and she gonna make the right play.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard about Juju. Hmm.
Hey, that girl is the truth,
Oh
man.
yeah.
We got 3 more years.
Hey,
We got 3 more years to see this.
okay. Okay. Hmm.
Okay, let me see
And
something. Let me see
what
if I
about
can
the
throw this
freshman girl
on.
for the Lady Gamecocks? What's her name? Number 12.
Oh,
She got a
full
funny
Wally.
name, man.
Yeah,
Malaysia full Wally.
Yes. Dog. I'm telling you,
Hey,
this girl here,
magic.
she can wheel and deal, bro. She
Magic.
can, yeah.
yo,
She can go.
I
And they
mean,
ain't scared of nothing.
behind the
She ain't
back
scared of nothing, bro.
passes.
shoot.
Yeah.
got
No
got
look.
Juju
What
right
you
here.
want? You know?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Juju the real deal now. Shit. She
Best
can light
Yeah,
it up,
best
man.
ball at USC.
a legend at USC
Hmm.
already.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Already.
Without a
Let
doubt.
me bring this.
What y'all thoughts on Bronny James though? What's your thoughts on Bronny James so far?
3 words. Stay in
Sim
school.
shaking his head.
I've listened to a couple people recently. They talk about him possibly going into the draft, and
Hmm.
whatever team that picks him, of course, is going to pick him
Sim shaking his
in hopes
head.
of bringing his father along as well.
It
Now
must it
his
must be for that reason.
Yeah.
but his stats weren't great. However, someone made a good point. I forgot who it was. They said you have to remember this is the guy who just came off of a heart condition or something like that. So, normally off of something like that, your next year is not going to be superb. It's not going to be stupendous. It's not. You're not going to always give your best because you're going to have that in the back of your head whenever you're coming off any type of injury.
Right.
So,
That mental block.
So then he
but
needs to stay another year then, for
right.
sure.
Right, but I wasn't impressed with him before, like stat wise. He's going to get some plays here and there, yes,
Yeah. Yes.
but just maybe it is going to depend on the system that he's in, which systems really don't matter much because there's a lot of free flow nowadays in the NBA. But if he gets with the right team, with the right complement, or he's going to be a complimentary player when he first gets in. So
Yeah.
if he complements whoever the star is on that team, then yeah, he's really going to shine. But if he doesn't,
Right.
And see,
how
and
long will
see,
the team hold
We'll
him?
see.
one thing that I've noticed. One thing that I've noticed is with father and son athletes, I've
Hmm.
rarely, and I'm not saying it never happens because there have been some exceptions where the father was good and the son was good. But a
Very
lot of
rare, but
times, yeah, because think about it. Think about all of the really, really good athletes that
yeah,
have kids and how many of their kids are actually good.
right.
Hmm.
Very few.
Or
Yeah. Yeah.
or
Right.
or the ones that were really good who were kids of former players. The former players are.
Hmm.
I mean, D. What would you give Jelly Bean Bryant?
Um, from me watching him, I would give him an average score. However, hey,
Mhm.
Cuomo said send him the link, Gianni. However, I have spoken to some of the older heads,
Okay.
who
Mhm.
watched the game, and they
Mhm.
said that his game was tailored to play different. So remember, back in the 70s and 80s, your skill set had to be tailored to your position. It wasn't a
Okay.
free flow like it is today. That's why
Okay.
today they say it's a positionless basketball because no matter what position they give you, You can
Yeah.
still have other skill sets
Yeah.
that help you be a better player. But you're in a box
Hmm.
in previous eras. You're not gonna be a big man out there shooting threes every game unless you're Manute Bol, and that was because they were Philly and they really weren't winning. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Other
But
than that, I
even
mean, you don't think David Robinson could have been spotting up for three? We know he can hit it, but he was a post player, and that's where they put him in the post.
but yeah,
Well,
that's a good point. Because matter of fact, you brought up Manute Bol. You seen his son play?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
dude got, I mean,
yeah.
range, can handle the
Right,
ball.
right,
I mean, he's pretty much his daddy with those skill sets.
right. Yeah. But he wouldn't have been allowed to do that if had he played in the 80s or 90s.
No, 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 no. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Yeah.
And see, that's the debate. I hate to take it here because I love to have conversations about basketball without bringing up two people. Two people. But I have to say that.
here we go.
I mean, I'm just saying that's why I say that LeBron wouldn't have been the same player in the 80s. They like to
No.
say, "Oh, he's big, he's strong."
Come
No, but
on,
they'd have had him in
Drew.
the post.
Come
And
on,
they said,
Drew.
"Oh, but he would have." We're not building a player. This is not NBA 2K. We're not going to say if he, what I'm saying, if he was there, he would have. Because there were a lot of big skilled players who didn't make it.
Yeah.
Right, but
Because
Drew,
they
I gotta disagree. I gotta disagree, Drew, because at 6'8", 260 now,
he's in the
LeBron was
post.
different. Right, he was different. You know what I'm saying?
But
He
he's
could. I think
in
he
the
could hold his own.
post.
He wouldn't have dominated. I don't think he would have
That's what I'm
dominated, but
saying.
he'd have held his own.
That's
He
what
would have
I'm saying.
dominated. No.
Yeah.
They're still saying he's going to be a 30 point game player and 12
Nah.
and 13 rebounds. No, it's
Oh
different when you
no.
got 240 and 250 pound players who can lean on you without the
He'd have
ref
been
calling a
good, but
foul.
Cause think about it now. Think about
Rick
it.
Mahorn and Lane Beer ain't putting up enough. Barkley ain't putting up with that shit. Hakeem
Kevin
Olajuwon
Willis,
ain't putting up with
7 foot, and he has no post
Come on
moves.
now.
Exactly.
They ain't putting up with that shit.
Thank you.
Now,
You gonna bring them elbows
like
on your
Flex
ass,
said,
though. You gonna bring them elbows on you.
like Flex said, he would get his, but he just wouldn't have been dominant
Right.
because he is a
No, he wouldn't have
skilled
been
player.
dominant. No.
Yeah, he is a skilled player. Now,
Yeah, he athletic now. Yeah, he
yeah,
athletic.
yeah. So he would have been now G. Now think about it. Put him up against the bad boys and their
No,
playing style.
he a fold. He the fold. He the fold. He couldn't take that shit Mike took, man. He ain't gonna tell me that shit. Y'all
Okay.
know Jordan rules, nigga. Come on, man. Only Mike could survive that shit. LeBron would have been. He'd have fake hurt and sat out some games or some shit.
Exactly.
Hey, and the Knicks with Mason and Oakley.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And even to a third degree,
he wouldn't have survived.
And even to a third
he wouldn't
degree,
survive, but he wouldn't have dominated. No.
Thank you.
And even to a third degree, Indiana was tough like that.
Right.
Okay.
And almost every team had an enforcer. Almost every team had somebody who will come off that bench and lay that wood because they got 6 fouls and they're gonna use every last one of them.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
You know who he like? What's the dude? Antoine
Carr.
Yeah.
Atlanta.
And Utah.
Yep.
Antoine Carr. Yes.
Yep.
Big body. Big body.
Yeah.
Cause see, you know what would have happened? If he would have played Detroit and Flex, you know who they would have put on him to guard him.
Rodman the aggravator.
Yes.
Even in his younger days.
I'm telling you. All the worm would have just would have bumped him sometimes, gave him a few elbows, squeezed his ass a little bit, tell him good play, man. He'd have got in his head.
And see, that's why I can't put him above Bird, because Bird took that and said, you know what, I'm gonna take this jump shot right over here in your grill.
Exactly.
I'm gonna take 2 dribbles, step back. I'm gonna take 2 dribbles to the left, and I'm shooting it.
tell you what he's gonna do,
I'm gonna tell you
and
right
still
now.
do it.
You heard the
Ain't been
story
a
where he
better
said,
white boy
"Well,
than
who's
Larry
guarding
Bird.
me?" You
Huh?
heard the story, right? Where he was like, "Who's guarding me out here? You got this rookie out here?
Yeah.
Oh, you in for a long
Yeah.
night. You in for a long night."
Yeah. No, they put a white boy on him. They put a
Oh yeah, they
white
did
boy on
that
him and
too.
say, "This who y'all put on me, a white boy?"
Oh, I
And
feel
he sculpts
disrespected.
that
I'm going
white
for
boy.
40 tonight. Just because y'all disrespecting me, I'm going for
I'm
40.
about to say, put
Hey,
about 40 on that white boy, man.
that was
Larry
Bird.
Bird was a
That
different
was
kind of
Bird.
dude, man.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and
Bird.
for that matter, I don't really remember hearing a whole lot of stories about Michael telling people, "Yo, I'm going to do this specifically, and
Yeah,
I'm
just a
going to
few.
score." That was Bird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
my
all
best
of them talk
stories like that.
trash.
Yeah, all of them talk
Yeah.
trash, but
Yeah.
All
I
of them
can't
talk trash.
remember Michael actually telling you which way he's going to go and
He did that
still
in
do.
Atlanta one night. They say he walked into the locker room and said, I'm going for about 40 or 50 tonight.
Dominique Wilkins told that story
Yeah,
about
yeah.
my. Hey, what's Kwame email, man? Hey, Flex, what's Kwame email, bro? You know it.
What is his email? Hold on. You know what? Let me send it to
I hate to interrupt the flow because we was cooking, man, but I want to get this link out to him.
Okay, let me see if I can send it from my phone real quick. I'm gonna send him to his what you call him. Let's see here. I gotta go back. I got all these
Yeah,
messages.
man.
Here it goes.
Pimp status, bro.
Forward.
Yeah, man. But while D's tightening that up, man, something else I wanted to discuss too, man.
Okay, I'm back. I
Sports
just sent it
wise,
to
I knew I should have wrote it down.
him.
Damn. No, but getting back to free agency though,
Yeah.
man. The bittersweet season there. The draft is coming up, man. So now
Yeah.
that free agency is over, what do y'all see y'all teams doing in the draft now that free agency is done with? You know,
Them big
with
uglies
some
up
more
front for us.
moves in
Yes, Lord.
the draft your teams ought to make to
Yes,
kind of
Lord. I
solidify
We
couldn't
need
have
some
said
big
it better.
uglies up front.
having a
I
good
couldn't have
season.
said it better.
The game is won and lost in the trenches.
That's right.
Oh,
Yeah, gotta have
Lord.
them.
Speak on it. Speak on it.
Gotta
Man,
have them.
listen. We have a center problem. We have a right
Yes,
tackle
sir.
problem. And those are the two, our guards are a little shaky at times, but I say address the center and right tackle first. First. We still have some people that were on the practice squad
Mm-hmm.
that I think at other positions that could step up, that should know the system. Yeah, it's like at receiver, and there's one guy at cornerback that came in, he got injured in the season, Corey Trice. Um, about the same size
Right.
as JPJ, was doing the same type of things he was doing. He just kind of injury prone. But if he can get healthy,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
man, listen. But
Right.
yeah, we definitely need them big uglies.
Well, I'm
All day. All day.
absolutely, man. What them Giants gonna do, Simi?
Same thing. Either either
Yeah,
either
I
that
agree,
one
man. You got to have them
either the
linemen up
one
front,
from
and
Notre Dame,
yeah,
the one from Notre Dame, or the one from Penn State.
Mm, mm. We're looking at a couple guys from Alabama and Georgia.
yeah. You can't
Uh,
go wrong with linemen from either university. So,
right.
Uh I
mm,
I have an interesting perspective on that
got
statement.
to have them big boys up front, man. Because I'm gonna tell you from experience, man. Norman, what
Hey,
is this here?
I got a name for you, Evan Neal.
Uh huh. Tell us about it. Tell us about it.
Huh?
Tell us about it. I don't know. Tell me about him.
Hey man, first round pick. I mean high pick. and did not. It's just not working out. We about to move him to guard.
Man,
Literally.
that bad?
I'm telling you, man, and I don't know what it is. I mean, he gets beat off a first step. He's more of a run block.
Okay.
He's more of a run blocker than he is a pass protector.
Yeah, he's a guard. He's not a tackle. Yeah, he's a guard.
Yeah. So
he can even be a swing lineman for y'all, man.
Yeah.
Man.
Hey, K Dub.
Farmo, what's up, bro?
What's going on? What is going on?
Nothing, just chilling.
What's up, bro? Good.
Enjoying the nice weather.
NFL free agency, man. What them Titans look like in free agency, man? Yeah, man, you better. Shit. Yeah. How your Titans looking up there in free agency, man?
Wait, Kwame still with us?
No, I think he got.
Hold on. I got to add him back to the stage.
Okay.
Test.
Yeah, he back. He's back.
Yeah. You hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you loud and clear, bro.
Oh man, listen. You know, I'm still a diehard Panther fan.
I hear you.
You know, that's my team. But other than that, man, Titans, man, listen, they inherit some of Dallas issues, but you know, they're looking good, I guess. I don't know. Man, listen, I'm trying to follow this doggone soccer right now.
Oh, okay. I feel you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's this different world, man.
Soccer is cool, man.
Different world. I don't know if
Yeah, I mean, who's your favorite team in soccer? Like,
right now it's just Nashville. You know, just following Nashville. No, not that big. Not
the MLS. I got you.
Yeah, because you know every time Betsy come out of Nashville, they sell out, man. The stadium, the soccer stadium, bigger than doggone Titan Stadium, man. So you know they're renovating. They're building a new Titan Stadium. So
soccer is global, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
really, really global.
That's the point. That's the point, G. That's the point.
So they're in the process. So they're in the process right now. You know, they broke ground last week, building a new Titan Stadium. So mostly, I think from what the rumor is, most of the Titan games going to be playing at Vandy this year. So they're doing some renovation to the Vandy Stadium. So that's going to be crazy. I tried to go down to watch Carolina play, but I got sidetracked because that's my back door right there at Bristol Stadium, right down the street from me, to watch them boys play. But once I saw they had to play Albany again, I said, nah. Them boys ain't got a chance. Yeah, man. But we did good though. Shoot, we had a good record, man. You know, they had to get that man that money, man. Shoot, he earned it. Paris earned it, man. Carolina got that far with Frank Martin. Shoot, Frank Martin spent more time cussing and fussing at them boys. You ain't gonna get no good
Titans let Derrick Henry go, man. What the hell they thinking about?
Man, listen.
Money.
Henry go like that.
It's about money, man. It's that money. Look like they're falling in the same path is what's his name? Belichick. You know what I'm saying? Trying to draft these players in the late in the draft to try to pressure them, pressure make diamonds. So that's we figured that, that's what they're trying to do. Got a new coach, then the coach brings his daddy on the team, on the coaching staff. So we'll see. Hey, one thing I say, I get free tickets, so I ain't worrying about it. So I'm going. So I'm up there kicking, so I'm good.
Funny.
Long that stadium open, them tickets keep rolling. I'm fine, bro.
Hey, Kay. Let me thank you first of all, Brian Burns.
Hey,
let me. I appreciate that.
Hey, you know what? We're in the gift of giving now.
Hey man, hey, we'll give him a good home. We'll give him a good home. I appreciate that.
Yeah, what y'all about my boy, your running back? How you feel about that?
Hey
Bittersweet?
man, hey, look. We talked about that earlier, man. It's money. We were just stubborn. We didn't want to get at man. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. I think part of him going to Philly, I think the Philly move was like spiteful. I think he did that so he could face us like twice a year.
You don't think it's because of injuries? You know what I mean? Because injuries, that affect too. That
And
fact that
and
affects the top.
and I think we considered that too because Devin Singletary now, dude is like pretty healthy. So
Man,
that's one of his attributes. So
so you talking about you talking about the sleeping giant. What's up with that doggone Wilson and doggone Justin deal? That's gonna be something.
oh man.
That gonna be something. That gonna be something, bro.
Russ and Just. I'm
Yeah,
telling you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
that's gonna be something.
Hey man, I look
See,
I look for Steelers to win the next 5 out of 6 Super Bowls, bro. I'm telling you.
yeah, but I don't know
They
now.
got a
You can't
superstar
count.
in Justin Fields, man.
Yeah, but you can't count out Baltimore right now, bro. Cause
I'm
Lord
telling
have
you.
mercy.
Watch Justin Fields.
He go, yeah. He got a
We know
line. He got a
Pittsburgh,
line.
Baltimore.
Yeah,
That's
he
the
got a
rivalry.
line now. Then he got a
Yeah,
coach.
that's gonna
You
be
know
some
what I'm
good
saying? He
games,
got a
man.
line. He got a coach.
Look,
Mm-hmm.
we beat Baltimore last year when
Right.
they didn't have Lamar, and we beat them when
Okay.
they had Lamar. So
Mm-hmm.
Mike Tomlin can keep them
Them the
games
battles,
close.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah.
The whole thing is
hmm
we can't
And
get
with
cocky.
Justin Fields, he gonna separate from them boys. I'm telling you now. Man, y'all ain't seen nothing yet. Man. Well, okay. I ain't gonna say nothing else. Wait till he become the starter for Pittsburgh. What? Watch.
I know they're gonna do something.
I'm ready.
And
I'm
by the
ready.
way, I
Him
got
and
my number
Pickens.
one Steeler jersey already.
Yo, him and
Oh
Pickens
man.
together, Pickens
Oh,
going deep and just put
oh,
it near him. Oh man.
Yeah,
Lord have mercy.
yeah.
He got it.
And one thing about you
He
guys,
got it.
one thing
And
about
this
you
is the
guys,
thing that don't get talked about with Justin.
hey, the one thing about the Steelers, they draft well too. And they have a very good next man up system. They lose stars
Mm-hmm.
every year. And
Yeah.
the next dude comes up.
They do. They really do.
Yeah,
Their football culture is outstanding, bro.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Now,
Man,
now,
I'm glad a black man is the head coach. God
yeah,
damn.
yeah,
Damn right. Never had a
yeah.
Yes, sir.
mm-hmm.
There's a lot of there's some like in them Steeler groups. There's a lot of them saying fire
Yeah, man.
Tomlin because the standard is the standard, and we're not winning any playoff games.
No.
And listen, and people will say, well, who do you want in place of him? You know what I'm saying? Would you rather not make the playoffs so you can get better draft picks, or
Right.
or
You
say
have
that
more
at
here.
least you're gonna be at 500, over 500 every year, at or over 500? As a fan, you at least want to say, we weren't 4-13.
Yeah,
Who who wants to say they won one game or two
Thank you.
games an entire year?
That man never had a losing season, man.
Never.
never.
And look at the year
Fuck
that he
that.
had no Ben and had Duck Hodges and
I'd hate to go to
Mason
practice.
Rudolph at quarterback,
Yep,
and
Okay.
still got the 8-8.
yep,
Okay.
Come on, man.
yep,
With some horrible
Mm-hmm.
OCs.
You can't
yep.
OCs
overlook that, bro.
horrible.
You can't overlook that.
Todd Haley was so bad that he went and
Can't
coached
overlook that,
Cleveland,
man.
and they fired
Kudos
him
to
before
Tomlin,
the
man.
fourth
That's
week.
my guy.
He didn't even make it a quarter of the way through the season, and he got fired from Cleveland.
I
Todd
remember that.
Haley.
I remember that.
Todd Haley was a fantasy football offensive coordinator, man.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was horrible, man.
Yeah,
Horrible.
And that's being nice.
yeah.
Fantasy football offensive coordinator, man.
I ran into a Steeler fan at the job the other day.
Man, I don't.
And we were like, yeah, Mitch is gone. He said, yeah, because we was like, if they didn't get rid of Mitch early, his life was probably in danger in Pittsburgh. Because remember what they did with Tommy Maddox after he flooded up in a playoff game. They ran that boy out of town.
I remember Tommy Maddox.
Town.
Yeah.
He had 2 picks to the same guy on Jacksonville.
Yeah.
The Jacksonville was a thorn in Bill Cowher's side. It was something about Jacksonville that he just had the most trouble with Jacksonville, but could beat Bill Belichick. That's the thing. He has the best record against Bill Belichick, but couldn't beat Jacksonville.
Yeah. Those matchups.
Yeah.
There's always that team, man.
Yeah.
There's always that team.
Yeah.
Those teams be like that, bro.
Yeah. So who do y'all see as a surprise this year?
Let me ask y'all this, man. In the NFL?
A surprise in the NFL, yeah.
Let's see. I'll be able to determine more after the draft, but just looking at things now in the AFC, I still have to give it to the Chiefs, of course. And but Pittsburgh right behind them. And in the NFC, it's kind of hard to say, man. The NFC is wide open, so to speak. But Detroit looked good. If they can keep it up. I hate to say it, but Jordan Love looking good for Green Bay, man. Green Bay know how to develop quarterbacks.
Yeah, they do.
Develop quarterbacks. They had quarterbacks the last 30 years. Come on, man.
It's too cold up there.
What about Houston? What do you think about Houston?
But them quarterbacks keep coming through.
Houston looked good last year. Will they build on that, or was it a fluke?
This year will tell. This season will tell.
The Dolphins with all that speed.
Yeah. It's going. I think that's how the playoffs are going to determine things in the upcoming year. It's going to come down to who plays whom.
That's crazy. So I don't know if y'all touched on it yet. What this Mike Tyson and Jake Paul? You think that's a gimmick, or is it going to be a real fight? Or
all the way gimmick. All the way gimmick. That thing is scripted.
It looks kind of gimmicky to me, man.
Yeah.
But I don't think. But you think Tyson's going to
it looks kind of gimmicky, man. It does.
Yeah. You think Tyson gonna go and take the fall and just let this kid knock him out?
See, from the training videos. From the training videos I see of Mike, I don't think so. Man.
Yeah.
Mike might be ready to eat, bro.
I'm hearing different things that he got to wear.
Like he gonna exactly.
Exactly. Man, I hope it's not no bull crap. You know what I mean? I hope. I said I hope it's not no bull crap, man.
Pay-per-view, Quan? You gonna get it on
that thing's free. I thought it was free on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
It's free on Netflix.
Yeah, they doing something different now with Netflix. Yeah,
it's free on Netflix.
Tell me about it, man. Tell me.
Yeah, it's gonna be Netflix at Arlington, Texas.
I really want Mike to beat his ass.
Thank you, that part.
I really want Mike to beat his ass real bad.
We'll see. On Instagram, I like to read the comments, and one of the most frequently used one of the most frequent comments that I would see is they would say something like, "It'll be funny if Mike go off script and just knock this dude out in like 30 seconds, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Take it back to the old
That's
Tyson.
what I want to see.
Okay.
I want to
Okay.
see Mike knock the fuck out that motherfucker.
Oh man. Oh man.
Yeah.
Nah, man, that would be.
Y'all remember them old Tyson fights that if you didn't get there in the beginning,
What? As soon as you get up and get something to drink, what happened?
Done.
What
Fight
happened?
is over.
right? Mike Tyson fight at 8.
For real.
Well, the you know you had the
people ain't
undercard,
even in
but
the
you was
arena
there.
good all the way.
Exactly.
Ding.
Done.
Yeah, if Flex, I spoke with my cousin, so hopefully my other cousin, assistant coach, Kansas City Chiefs. So
Right.
I'll let you know when we link that up, and hopefully Johnny be off that night.
Yeah.
So I'll be on. So yeah, three-time Super Bowl champion.
3-time Super Bowl champion.
Yeah.
Okay. Who just jumped in on here?
You don't know who it is.
Double with the PMD.
Okay.
That's E double, man.
E double.
Man, big.
The Mike Tyson joining in stage. Mike wants to knock him out to finish him off and stop the shenanigans that Jake Paul has been doing to boxing.
Appreciate it.
So
Mike's not taking a dive. Mike is not taking a dive.
good. Good.
And the way he's training and the way he just said it, he's doing it to stop Jake Paul to stop Jake Paul shenanigans and have him join his brother in WWE because he's tired of the shit that they doing to boxing.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Thank you. Somebody said it.
I'm tired of it. I'm tired as a boxing person, as a person that loves boxing.
Every time I see that Jake Paul,
he destroyed boxing with these MMA dudes that he is fighting. I don't care what anybody says. MMA is MMA. Boxing is called the sweet science for a reason.
Yeah.
Like I told everybody, like, yo, did you watch that MMA match last night? MMA, I see that out in my hood when I seen the old dude just get joked up for taking somebody's dollar for a 40. That's what MMA is, bro. Sweet science is a sweet science, but you just using your hands. There ain't no feet. There ain't no choking. You got to learn how to use your knuckle check.
Bob and weave. Bob and weave.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not even bob and weave. It's called, there's certain points because I got my daughters in boxing and my son, and they do stuff called, what they got called a check hook, where your hand has to be here waiting. When they hit, boom, you crack them with the other hand. Your hands stay up at all times. Any dude that fights MMA, you watch MMA, them dudes' hands are down at all times. What they say in boxing, hands up at all times. And like I tell my daughters, I can even call my daughter in here and watch her, even tell her, I say, what's the rule? Watch what she's going to say. Right, I'll give you 2 seconds.
Hand down, man down.
That's it.
Why? All right. I'm going to let y'all hear her first. Gigi, come here. If you don't have your hands up and somebody swings, what happens?
Man down, man down.
Hand down, man down. See?
That's it.
And she wasn't even supposed to hear that line that you just said.
Get him, Gigi. Get him.
And that's an 11-year-old that just told you that. Hand down, man down.
That's right.
That's what I'm talking about.
So, like, MMA, I respect the mixed martial arts, but it's totally different to the sweet science.
Right.
You can't choke somebody. I love that Nate Diaz tried to choke him out.
Totally
That's why I like.
Hey, Ed,
and I see y'all talking about Bronny. Bronny, the Chinese league is looking at Bronny. When it comes to generational talent in the NBA, it does not exist.
Thank you.
Generational talent does not exist in the NBA. Either the kid is better than the father, or the father wasn't shit to begin with.
Yeah, I just saw that a few years ago on Facebook.
Bronny got to stay in school.
Because to tell you the truth, baseball has more generational talent and football. And football has a lot of generational talent due to the fact that you got, we got the Mannings, which is one. You got the Matthews, from Bruce Matthews to Clay Matthews, all the Matthews. That's a ridiculous family.
Yeah.
Right.
There's generational talent in football, baseball, and other sports. But I hate to say, when it comes to basketball, it sucks.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan, kids suck. LeBron kids suck. I don't care what
Yeah.
anybody say about Bronny. Them numbers are horrible. I seen kids in my hood play better than that.
We just talked about that too. Yep. Yep.
And if any team picks up Bronny, you're only picking him up to have his daddy with you for like a year or two to do a Ken Griffey Jr. and Senior thing.
Yeah.
Either go
Yep.
overseas or the G League. I
Yeah,
ain't going to
but-
my daddy that rich.
but-
Fuck that.
But see, the difference with that was both of the Grippies were good.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Generational talent. Looks like you got Bo
Yeah.
Bichette, Dante Bichette, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. In baseball, generational talent flows like crazy.
The Alomars.
Like crazy. You got everybody. You go into the major leagues, there's a lot of kids that have played
That's
because
why
their
I
father
don't
played.
understand when they was
Yeah.
giving this kid Caleb Williams from USC generational talent. That kid is not a generational talent, man. He
Who's his
good,
daddy?
but
Who's
he
his
no-
mama?
he
I don't
no-
know who they are.
He ain't never had his
What
daddy in
sport
the
did I see
pros
them
or no
play?
family member. Bro. Right. He ain't no Thank you. That's what I'm saying.
Generational
How
talent
you gonna label
means
this kid
your
who never
parents
took a
played it
snap
and
in
you're
the
better than
NFL a
them.
generation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. He had predecessors. Yeah, he had predecessors.
Generational talent means you had predecessors
Yeah, get back
before
to
you that
Ed.
played
You
this
right, though,
sport.
man.
Yeah. And played well.
Right.
They weren't just on the team.
Exactly.
They played well.
Exactly.
And I hate to say, when it comes to the NBA, there is no such
I
thing as
agree.
generational talent. Steph Curry's better than
So,
Dale
Ed, let me
Curry.
ask
Dale
you
Curry
this,
wasn't
Ed.
that great.
Do you think?
What about the Sabonuses?
No, but he can shoot.
Oh, that's a totally different. Them Europeans, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
When they
Yeah.
put their kid into something, they put him into something, bro. And
Yeah.
I see that firsthand. And like
Yeah.
guys, like I tell my son right now, and my son is training a kid from Queens who's black that wants to play baseball. And my son took him under his wing due to the fact that the kid is a minority and he wants more minorities playing. And he said, Dad, and the kid calls him all day asking him questions. And my son answers the phone for this little kid and gives him all the answers that he needs. And told me, yo, I'm gonna give this kid everything I got because we don't have that many minorities in baseball and I need more. I'm like, all right, I'm glad you see that.
Well, I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
But my
talking
thing
about-
that I say,
You talking about
everything.
Eric?
Hello?
You talking about Eric?
You hear me?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yo, you don't hear? Hey, Ed, turn your mic on.
All right, who Wi-Fi not working? What up? My mic is on.
Okay. You talking
That's
about
that
Eric?
South Carolina. That's that South Carolina Wi-Fi. Yeah, Eric is doing, man. My son is doing a bunch of stuff. He's training younger
you go.
kids and everything. And like he told me, he's like, yo, he has a lot of Asian kids that play, but he's like taking the minority kids. He said, I'd rather take the minority kids because they want to play. And he said, I'd rather show them the game of baseball than anything.
Yo, tell him Funky Uncle salute him for that. Funky Uncles definitely salute him for that. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, that's real.
I'll get y'all to it right now.
Oh boy, here you go. He want to argue something.
Oh, we arguing? I'm with it. I'm with it.
I
I'm with it.
know.
Yo, who wanna
Yo,
go
what's
first?
up, nephew?
What thing you
What's
want to
up?
go with first? We could go basketball, football, boxing. You let me know. Listen,
Yo,
y'all see,
we
I
want-
earned this. It don't matter. We can go boxing, football,
This is
basketball.
a knowledgeable one, right? Okay.
Yo, you know,
Oh,
you remember the
I
last
watch
time he
everything.
was on. You know, remember the last time he was on. That's what
Okay.
we want to salute you for what you're doing, though. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Your
yeah.
pops is just bragging on you.
Appreciate that, man. I'm just doing my best to give back. That's all I can do right now.
Yo, that's
You know
what
what I mean?
makes you a next up nephew, though. You know what I'm saying? That
That's
what
real,
makes
bro.
you a next up nephew. We definitely salute that with the Funky Uncles because everybody got to
I'm
do
getting,
their thing.
listen, at this point, I got mad uncles. You know what I'm saying? So I'm cool with it. The more the merrier. Feel what I'm
No
saying?
doubt. No doubt.
What's
Yo, we all
getting
behind you
into?
too.
What we getting into today? Listen, I'm
We
with
was
all
talking
of
about
it.
the draft. We talking about not the
What-
draft, but free agency. The NFL,
NFL
free
free
agency. Yeah.
Listen. I don't even really want to listen. I don't want to talk about it, but we can. Saquon done already messed up my entire free agency. The Giants done did enough damage to me. First of all, how
Oh,
you
man.
go?
Look
How you
here.
go from? How you go to division rival? The division rival is crazy. That just like at that point, we can't even claim him. He's not even allowed in New York streets. I don't care if he blow his leg, if he get hurt first week.
Tiki Barber just on it,
I
man.
hope his mama gets
Tiki
sick.
Barber.
Hey,
He ain't
Nah,
got nothing
Tiki
to say
Barber
to
has
it,
no right
man.
to talk. Tiki Barber left us and then we won the Super Bowl. So I don't even know why he opening his mouth. I'm still
oh,
confused
he the
about that one.
last. He the last person that need to say something.
Yeah, he the last one that should be opening his mouth. You gonna cheat on your girl, leave the Giants and do everything? Oh man, that's a bad look right now. He could
Yeah.
have said he dead to him because he dead to us, but I don't know why he's saying Saquon dead. I don't know why he talking. He been dead for years. I didn't even know he was alive.
Because
I
he
didn't even know
called it.
He said
He called himself retiring, trying to make a point
Yes.
about how much we needed him.
First of all, when you talk about my quarterback and then my quarterback provides, and I won, but 2 Super Bowls against the GOAT, I can't
Thank
listen to you talk, man.
Thank you.
I can't
Thank
listen. You know what I mean? Like, that's the
Thank
thing.
you.
Like, my Super Bowl produced 2 Super Bowls in my lifetime. I got to sleep
Eli?
happily.
Yeah,
Cowboy
Eli.
fans, they're on suicide watch.
Eli was
Me,
the Patriot
I
slave.
sleep happily at night. I sleep happily at night. I got to see 2 in a row, and I wasn't disappointed. The Cowboys haven't seen Super Bowl since
You get
'95.
no
They got to
Cowboy
blow up the
fans on the
VHS
panel
real
tonight,
quick.
eh?
You know what I mean? The Eagles, we gotta let the, like
Hey,
when
but
your
let me
little
ask,
brother
hey,
or something.
nephew.
What's going on? What's going on? What you trying to say? I
Hey,
heard
nephew,
nephew.
what
What's
you
up?
think about Justin Fields going to Pittsburgh?
Yo, that's a problem. That's a problem. Let me
What
tell you
think
right
about
now.
Justin
Like,
Fields
you
going
got
to
Russell
Pittsburgh
Wilson,
Steelers,
who
man?
could teach him a lot. Justin Fields can sit behind the bench like what, 2-3 years probably.
No, 1 year.
Nah,
Yeah,
even if he sits another year too, because he got the player option. Even if he sits another
Yeah,
year,
you
they
got the
could trade
50
him.
option. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he can learn behind Russ, and they could trade him away and get more pieces.
He's screaming in his pants because he got a quarterback finally.
You got 2 options. So if Russ is trash, Justin Fields, y'all could develop him and also be good. Not even just that.
Yeah.
If Justin Fields is good enough, y'all can make him an asset piece and trade him away and get more pieces for him. So no matter what, the Steelers, I don't know what they cooking, but I need some of that because they smart. They got 2
We in the
quarterbacks no matter
lab,
what.
man. We definitely in the
Yo,
lab. We
you
got
got
a
Mike
new
Tomlin and 2 black quarterbacks. That's you definitely in the lab. No matter what, they
yo.
could easily, they can't
Yep.
lose with this trade. And
It's
you
a
didn't
brand
blow
new
any money.
GM.
Russell Wilson, he's under a minimum of $1 million, $2 million right now. You
1
can't
mil.
lose.
Yeah.
You're not losing
Yep.
no money. You're not losing
Yeah.
nothing. You got a rookie under contract, and you have somebody who's under a cheap contract where the other team has to pay him. You're not losing. You could just build up and get more receivers. You already got George Pickens. You could build up the O-line.
Yeah.
You could build up the defense with TJ
It's
Watt.
right in
Like, they could
Pittsburgh,
go
man.
either way and build
Right
up.
in Pittsburgh.
Especially in this free agency, the way this free agency going, everybody just giving away players just
Yep.
for free at this point.
Yep.
Justin Fields for a 6th round pick? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? A 6th round?
Somebody in the
Like,
comments said that we got Justin Fields for a bologna sandwich.
baloney.
Yeah.
Yo, like, it's not even just they got them for a bag of chips. Like, I don't even know if it's a sandwich at this point. He was 50 cents the way they giving him up, man. They're like, we just
Quarter
giving
water.
away people. Chicago, listen, if Caleb Williams is not good, oh my God.
If Justin Fields
I
start
think they should
cooking,
go with. I
oh
think they
my
should go with Jaden Daniels, man.
So you think
Jaden
that that's
Daniels?
who's going to
You
be
I
the
know
want the
number 1
Giants
pick?
to get him.
Justin
I ain't
gonna
gonna lie.
cook, bro. I'm gonna tell you that.
I want Jay Daniels, man. Jay Daniels on the Giants. Heisman winner, dual threat,
Jay
black
Daniels,
quarterback. Oh
he the
my
real
God. I
deal.
would love to have him.
He's
Hey,
the
but
best
nephew,
quarterback.
every
He's the best
every
quarterback in the
Giants fan
draft,
I
Jaden
talked to,
Daniels. I
they
promise.
said we are not gonna get a black quarterback.
I know we never have. The last time we had one was
Yeah.
Geno Smith, and we seen how that happened. I don't even want to
Yeah.
talk about it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Geno was on our quarterback line. He was
Tyrod
trash
Taylor.
with us, and he goes to Pete Carroll, and all of a sudden becomes this great quarterback.
Exactly. Exactly.
The fact that they saying he's fragile.
They're saying that, but they said the same thing about Penix, the lefty quarterback who got popped.
He got popped
Yeah.
like crazy.
But how is he fragile if he got popped with a bad O-line? His O-line failed him that day. I would be fragile too if I'm getting hit by
Yeah.
300-pound dudes that
He
run a
got some
4.4.
bad medical. He got bad
Yo.
medical, man.
Like, think about this. You getting popped left and right. Of
Penix
course
done
I'm going
had
to be
2
fragile.
ACL tours, man.
Facts.
Yeah,
Facts.
that's the thing. He has
Teams ain't gonna-
He does.
And he's what left-handed quarterback really flourishes in the NFL.
We've had a
Yeah, he
couple,
had
actually.
two
We can't say
ACL.
that. Steve Young done already proved that.
Steve Young.
Steve Young.
When was the last left-handed quarterback?
The last left-handed quarterback, I really
Let's
can't
see.
think of.
Let's
No
see. Vic
left-handed
was
quarterback
left-handed.
Left-handed.
Vic was
That's what-
left-handed. Who else? There's been a couple other lefties. I'm trying to think. There were starters too that were left-handed.
Yeah.
There weren't many recently, but there were a few.
Yeah, no,
But
they weren't.
neither.
Well, but that thing about lefty quarterbacks has already been proven wrong. Once we seen Steve Young could win, who has the highest who has the QBR rating till this day? Steve Young has the highest QBR rating till this day.
Since the 90s.
Yeah.
Another left-handed.
I know, but I'm saying that, but that's already been proven. Remember, they used to say that Ohio State quarterbacks was trash. We don't learn CJ Stroud is not trash.
Yeah. He showed that this year.
So wait, so Justin Fields is trash? Justin Fields ain't trash. He's Ohio State.
He hasn't shown anything.
Well,
that's why he got traded.
Whoa, over there. Justin Fields has shown flashes.
no way.
He just has no weapons. He
Hey,
has no weapons.
nephew.
What's good,
Let me at least say this. Make that assessment about CJ after this year.
Okay, second year. But we haven't seen a rookie quarterback come in and change an entire franchise like this in years. It's been years since we've seen that.
No, I agree. I agree.
But
yeah, but he gonna have to go through some.
You got to give these DCs.
That's when you really see what he made up.
See, the thing is,
through a little adversity.
Yeah,
the
that second year they have more tape
we
on
done
you.
seen that. We done seen that many times with the one-shot wonders. You know what I'm saying? That's in every sport. Everybody got that 1 year they come in. It's either they come in hot or they all of a sudden they get hot 1 year and then then they disappear.
That's before they get tape on you. Once they get tape on you, and you gonna have to. That's
what I'm saying. Yeah, like look at Brock. But we said the same thing about Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy, we thought that when he had tape on him, he was gonna be trash. Still carried a team. Still got a team to Super Bowl. Like it's kind of hard.
But see, that's why I said wait till after this year. Now they have film on him. Now you see what kind of adjustments he can make.
I think Purdy is more of he benefits more from the system because he's surrounded by playmakers. He's surrounded by playmakers.
He is.
And he has a strong defense.
He does.
That covers a lot of quarterback flaws.
You talking about Brock Purdy?
Yes.
Yeah.
But you still got. But this is the thing I always try to bring up to people. He still got to make the throws. He still got to make those passes.
Sometimes he's handing it to Debo.
No, it's a fact. He got the screenplays. Them screenplays do come in handy, but I'm just saying, you got to think about this.
Yeah.
Well, if he doesn't have a good O-line, that's any quarterback. If you have the perfect situation, of course you're going to flourish. Because you know what I mean? Like Eli Manning, he ain't have the best O-line, but we all knew that he was like that when it came to big games and when it came to playing in the moment. Not every quarterback has that in them. Not every quarterback got that. He had one of the worst O-lines in 2011. Somehow, some way, we still made it to the dance. That doesn't happen very often.
That's what got Daniel Jones hurt the other year. The line was hot garbage.
That's the thing that makes it weird with me. Daniel Jones is like, it's back and forth because last year, the year before, he showed us he could be this great quarterback with less. Then all of a sudden we get him more and he just goes backwards. It's the thing that's weird. I know that our O-line is trash, but he kind of went backwards.
This year,
it's injuries. He showed us how good he could be when we had a decent line, and we went to the second round of the playoffs.
We had a great defense too with Dexter Lawrence coming out party. That was a Dexter Lawrence coming out party, in my opinion. He went crazy that year.
He did.
You know what I mean? Like he did. Like under Wink,
right tackle problem though.
The problem was that they had Dexter Lawrence in the wrong place. I think he is. Yeah, he's a nose tackle. Remember, they had him at right and left tackle. That's not his position the way he plays. Wink realized that real quick and said, nah, he's a nose tackle. Now, all of a sudden, you put him at nose tackle. Now he's a Pro Bowl nose tackle. And he's one of the best at putting pressure at your quarterback. Sometimes it's about coaching. But I'm not gonna lie, Daniel Jones, it's weird because he has good coaching. He has somebody who developed Josh Allen. Now we see Josh Allen's trash now without Brian Dable. We know who the brains was behind that offense now. But it's weird with weird with Daniel Jones because now he kind of went backwards. Like in my opinion, I think we kind of should have paid Saquon, even though the asshole went to the Eagles. I think we kind of should have gave him. He wasn't asking for a big contract. We could have given him like some little. We could have given him some little contract. He would have stayed.
They offered him 12 last year, 13 last year. He ain't won it. He just took it from me.
He got 30. He wanted 20 at the time. We could have gave him.
No, for the year though.
Oh, for the year. Oh, nah. I ain't gonna
13.
See, that's where I'm miffed. I'm miffed about the fact that the difference between what we were going to pay him and what Philly actually paid him was $2 million.
Yeah.
But we can give Burns the bag from Carolina, which I'm still glad we got him. But I'm like, you still couldn't give Saquon $2 million. This
So I'm
dude
saying,
wanted to be a Giant.
Restructure Andrew Thomas's before the bonus. They're gonna restructure his contract to open up 14 million cap space for this new
can we
year.
restructure Evan Neal's contract? Because after I seen him block one of my own blockers, I ain't gonna front. He needs to be somewhere else because he done blocked my own blockers. I never seen my own O-line block his own teammate. I have never seen that in my life.
Well, that's why they got
Hey, don't worry. Don't worry. He going to guard. We gonna put him to guard, and we gonna draft a tackle.
He better guard something, or he gonna be guarding that bench, or he gonna be at home.
Well, they got Runyon now, so Runyon.
You know, like, bro, I play. I know when you don't produce, you gotta go on that bench, my boy. You gotta go on that bench at some point. And I ain't gonna front. This the pros. The pros ain't nobody holding your hand for this. So I don't got time to be watching you block your own teammates like you didn't learn that in Pee Wee football. You know what I mean? And the thing about it is that I ain't no person that I played sports where I can say, yo, you should know the simple stuff. Your job is to do one thing, protect my quarterback, and you doing the opposite. You're putting him in harm's danger. You're hurting my man's.
Well, fucking Todd Gurley, they all running backs. They thank Todd Gurley for destroying their money.
Yeah, Todd Gurley. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Todd Gurley did do that.
Todd Gurley destroys the running back market.
Damn, they get.
He's only 28. He's still at home.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's only certain like running backs. Like Marshall Folk got a bag and he still produced as a running back. You know what I mean? Like it's only certain people where they get the bag and it doesn't inflate their head because they in their mind they're like, all right, if I'm gonna get this bag, let me see if I can get a better bag or a bigger bag at some point or continue to get paid. Everybody thinks like that.
Some of them think that it's plug and play. Just because you go to another team and you produce with one team doesn't mean you're going to get that production with the next team. They're not going to have the same blocking schemes. They're not going to have the same type of, just look at Le'Veon Bell. When he came in the league, they changed the blocking scheme in Pittsburgh, and that's how he became more productive. Yeah. And when he first got there, he could do a little something, but when they changed to the zone blocking scheme, that's when he could be patient, find the hole, and he can make the big plays. But if you go somewhere else, they may have a zone blocking scheme, but they may not have the same skilled old lineman, so you're not going to get the same production.
Le'Veon Bell, he looks a lot slower now, so you ain't lying about that one.
Yeah,
I agree about that.
And most players today don't realize. Well, most fans, I won't say players. Most fans today don't realize how much the system plays in the production of a player.
It does. If you got a system that works for you, a lot of times, we've seen certain coaches go back to old college systems for quarterbacks, and they work out in the pros for them because that's what they're comfortable with, as opposed to learning a whole new system, learning new reads. Like you're going from that's like going from a pistol gun or a run and shoot offense to a West Coast offense that takes rhythm and timing. Two totally different systems. That's not going to work. A run and shoot offense like Warren Moon used to use is quick, put points up on the board, no huddle offense, keep scoring. A West Coast offense is more patient. You got to wait for your receivers to be on a certain rhythm. You got to wait for your O-line to block a certain way. You got to see certain things and be able to make certain reads. So
I
understand
that defense from the line. You got to get to the line and know what's going to be open.
Quarterback
exactly.
To fit your system, but
like a lot of quarterbacks, like D'Amico Ryan, he ain't really changed nothing up with CJ Stroud. Like he let him
today, man. These defenses, you can only run with so many defenses, but when they disguise those coverages and roll those coverages, man.
Yeah.
Pre-snap, it looked like a cover 2, and when you snap the ball, it's a fucking.
It's a scam blitz the whole time. You don't even realize it.
Play as a quarterback.
Yeah.
And then you got
because they could disguise a 2-man and turn it into all of a sudden a 3-man or a 1-man. That's true. I definitely agree about that because that happens a lot of times. But that's what separates certain quarterbacks, though.
Man three cover. They go cover 3 with a man underneath. Because it looks
like a 4-3 is cool, though, but a 4-3 has holes in it. That's why you got to mix it up and switch up your design.
You got to make it.
That is true. But that depends on what type of play they're running, though. If they're running more,
NFL rules are running a 4-3 or 3-4. You can't switch to either or.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying it depends on what the offense is running. Because if the offense switches up, imagine they audible to play because they already pick up the scheme. They could switch it up and basically already expose what they're running if they're going for a 3-4 or 4-3 because that's a different front.
Running back can destroy 3-4.
That's true, but what if they do a RPO system? RPO, they can either run or they could throw the ball. RPO systems.
What's called with a 3-4, you can still destroy. You can still destroy the RPO.
You
RPO
can,
can still destroy you, and the running back can really destroy you.
yeah, but a lot of times nowadays everybody runs an RPO system.
It depends on your personnel,
Yeah, but you notice
offensively
nowadays
and defensively.
it's a heavy RPO system nowadays.
But now that's why they got bigger linebackers in the middle, so they can swatch them and throw them into the nose guard position, making it switch the 3-4 to a 4-3 on the low.
If they pick up the run, yeah, that's a problem at that point because then they can easily go into the line and then pinch the line, and it's over at that point. Yeah, as you can see, that's what we talk about. That's all I talk about is sports. I talk about stats, everything. I don't care if it's boxing, football,
It's
baseball,
cool, though, bro.
basketball.
I like it, man.
I
like
used
it.
to be the same way. I used to
I
be the
always watch.
same way.
Yeah, I used
Let's
to.
switch,
Man,
hey,
I
nephew,
watch
let's
all
switch
stuff.
to basketball then.
What you
What
want?
about the Knicks, man? You up there in New York? What the Knicks gonna do, man?
He's a little bitch fan.
So he's stupid because he doesn't know I watch all. I watch
He's a
all
little
teams.
bitch fan.
I'm big on stats. The Knicks have a pretty good, solid
That's the only
team.
time I disown my son.
The Knicks have a pretty. My dad just mad because I learned about basketball and I started realizing who the best player was. And it's not my fault. I just can't help
Now
it.
you're about to get destroyed by all of them.
You can go ahead. Jordan had no left hand. We've already been getting that exposed recently. Apparently, he shot a lower percentage with his left hand. Actually, I just looked at the entire stats.
We getting back nephew. Come on,
He had
Allen
no
Iverson
left
had
hand,
many
or he
games.
had a lower percentage
on,
with his
nephew.
left hand. Which one is
Jordan
it?
didn't have a left
Yeah,
hand.
it was both. He had no left hand, and every time people would push up to his left side, if he shot a fadeaway, he actually shot a sub low 40% with his left hand.
Huh?
So just tell me this. I'm gonna just go to one play. So that play when he was trapped by the Knicks and he spun off of both the guys. What hand was he dribbling with?
Left.
He was dribbling with the left hand.
Oh, but he didn't have a left.
Anybody could dribble with their left hand. Allen Iverson said
And
he had no
dunked
left
on
hand, but he
Ewing?
still had to use it.
So when you so explain to me what you mean when you say he has no left hand.
No.
When I say he has no left hand, if Jordan goes for, if you put Jordan to the left side, I've seen many. I used to watch I actually watched full games of the '92 playoffs. They would push Jordan to the left side and instead of doing a left-handed layup, he would use his right hand. He would use his right hand to do a left-handed layup.
People
But
do it
why
all
are you
the
using?
time.
But you get scrutinized now. We make fun of Jaylen Brown for having no left hand.
He could out-jump anybody.
Let's talk about it. If we're gonna talk about present day players, we have to give the same type of talk about the old players. Jaylen Brown literally has no left. Jaylen Brown's a 28 points per game scorer. Let's be respectful about it.
Let's be respectful. He's
actually worked on his left hand, so he does use it. But the thing about it is that his left hand is horrible, but it ain't that bad like it used to be. He could actually make a left-handed open layup if you need him to. I don't know about some people back in the days. I've been watching a lot of film about the 90s. I studied the statistics of field goal attempts. I studied the true shooting percentages, the player efficiency, everything. It's kind of hard.
But there's one thing that the numbers can't tell you.
Yeah, that's
good.
It's good to know.
What's that?
And that's what happens in the game.
That's true.
So you can go push all the numbers. Remember, the numbers don't tell you everything.
Crunch time, the stats don't mean.
Of course, well, Dennis Rodman is a pure example of that. Dennis Rodman, all of his stats not going to pull up on a stat sheet because he was a gritty player who literally played defense. You might not see all the contest. Yeah, but he wasn't just a rebounder. He was a great defender also.
But he's not the only one. You made a good point that he's a good example. But remember, he's not the only one. He may be the one that stands out.
Dennis Johnson from the your phone died. I don't know.
No, we still there.
Yeah, we here.
We still here. You froze over there? He must have frozen.
Yeah.
Yeah, he froze.
Okay. They gonna probably plug it back up and come back in. I got a question for you fellas. What do you think of Eric Bieniemy not finding an OC or head coaching job in the NFL?
I never understood why he took a lateral move like that. He could have just stayed in Kansas City. Now it's different. Now the only difference I could think of is if he's actually calling plays in Washington, then that's different. But to my understanding, he had the title, but Andy was still really calling the plays.
Yeah. I don't get it. I really don't get it. There's something internal
that we don't know about, but
Yeah,
to see what
right.
he has done with the teams that he's worked for and
Yeah,
actually call the plays and set everything up, it's bewildering to
yeah,
see him not having an OC job in the NFL. For him
yeah.
to be in college sharing the position. I don't get it.
Hmm. Hmm. Now, now,
Yeah, that's kind of
now.
bewildering to me. But like you said, it's something behind the scenes with the enemy because he's been on interviews, he's had looks, but it's just and like to piggyback off what Sim mentioned earlier, to make a lateral move like that, I can only say from a coaching standpoint, if you make a lateral move like that, you're hoping to get your shot at the next spot. If you take a lateral
Yeah,
move like that, so I think he was
yeah.
hoping to
Now
get his
his
chance, but I think it's something internal, like Flex said, man. I don't know.
his next move, his next move should be head coach for sure. Because he's the OC and he's an associate coach now.
Right.
So his next move should definitely be head coach.
On what level though?
He's still with the Commanders.
Either or.
He's
No, he's in UCLA.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But he,
that's
but
what got me. That in
uh,
college, I'm like, yo, what the what?
yeah, yeah. That
yeah,
that that
it's
got me
something.
too. That got me also. I didn't get that one either. Because I mean, he was
Yeah,
now to
yeah.
answer your question. To answer your question, at what level? Either or. I mean, either or. If he's going to stay in college, he definitely needs to be a head coach in college.
I think so too, man. I'd like to say it's
Definitely.
bewildering.
Yeah.
Wow. Well,
I
we'll
mean,
see.
he should.
The pro rank to have such success in the pro ranks and to go back to college, that's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
it's like he was blackballed in the leagues, so to speak, to me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That could,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So, man, great. It's crazy.
Mm.
Let me ask y'all guys' thoughts on this, man. What do you guys think about the 39-year-old reality star chick Drea getting pregnant by Jalen Green for the Houston Rockets? The 22-year-old. And she has a son his age. Give me your
She
thoughts
getting
on that.
clowned. She is getting clowned right now. I don't have a problem with it. I mean, I don't. I mean, it's just. I mean, wherever you find it, you find it. I mean, it's. I mean, it would it be awkward their situation. You know,
Yes, sir.
your son and your dude the same age. I mean,
I'm back in here.
it's
I know, right? That's some
How you put me
awkward
back
yeah,
in
shit.
here? I'm back
Yeah,
in here.
that's wow.
yeah.
Pause.
Hey,
Oh
Drew,
man,
what
yeah.
you
Let me
think?
get it.
Flex,
Oh
what
wait,
you
let me
think
get
about
him
that,
my
man?
phone.
Man, well, you know what? We talked about this earlier in a way. How once you change certain things, especially once you change your tax bracket, you're going to be around different people,
Yeah.
others. So
Right.
you know what I'm saying, that opens up avenues to where things like this are going to be more normal, even though they're not always advertised.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the world
So
we
so
live
would
in.
you right. Right. So would you consider her a predator for doing that? Because let me give you some context. Because
Oh,
let's
let's be
face it,
fair. Let's be
in our
fair.
yeah,
If it were the other
in
way
our
around,
community, if an older guy dates a younger,
yes.
right, they would call that black man a predator and say,
Yep.
oh, he grooming her, or he old, that nasty old man got that young girl. You know how it goes.
Yep.
Yep.
So now that
Yep.
is, but to be honest with you, I don't think she's a predator though. I don't think she's a predator. I think she's a
She
Nah.
gold
just
digger,
chasing. She
but I
chasing.
don't think she's a
Okay, there
predator.
you go. There you go.
Yeah.
All right,
So
all right,
Nephew,
so
what
Unc,
you
I'm
think
back
about
in here.
that, man?
What we talking about? What we talking about in here? I'm back now.
Your
Drea.
boy
Back with a
Jalen
fresh
Green for the
mind.
Houston Rockets getting that old bitch pregnant.
Oh, Jalen, I ain't gonna front. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. Listen,
Yeah,
don't ever expect this to
yeah.
happen to me, but I ain't gonna front. The way she look, she would have got me too. I
See,
ain't gonna
see,
front. Got me too. I ain't gonna front to you.
see.
The way she look, bro, she look like she my
Lord.
age. You bugging. She would have got
Wrap
me
it
too.
up,
I ain't
nephew.
gonna
Wrap it
front.
up.
Hey, hey,
Yeah,
hey.
just
Of
wrap
course,
it
but
up,
she would have
dog.
got me too. I ain't gonna front.
I feel you, but just wrap it up, man.
The
Just
worst
Hey,
thing
wrap
is
it up.
hey,
By
that
20
That's
nephew.
all I'm
packs,
saying. That's
bro.
all he
By
needed
20
to do.
packs.
His dumb ass went in there raw. Shit, you don't go in no brawl like that raw, man. Put
nah,
something
the
on your
worst thing
dick.
is that this is the only part I can't agree with. She got a son my age, and me and him are the same age.
Yeah, that's
Now
what we were
That's
that's
the
just
problem
saying.
right there.
that's the
Yeah.
weird thing. That's the weird thing.
That's weird. Like you dating somebody your son age. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna front.
And it's for the
That's the
bag.
only
We
part.
all know that if he wasn't a millionaire, this would never happen.
My son age.
No, this is a woman who's dating
I know it is.
an
Drea, whatever her name is.
Mom Duke's chiming in too.
You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Gym. I'm gonna be in there like, how old
As
is
y'all,
she?
Mom not coming there to no press
You can date
conferences.
somebody your son age.
Mom ain't coming to no press conferences. I promise y'all that now.
Why not?
You not coming to none.
Listen,
I know you are. You're gonna be front and center with your makeup perfectly on for that camera. I'm gonna be like,
niggas ain't gonna be somebody. His mom mad ugly.
what that football player say? Auntie, please. I'm doing that to you. I'm gonna be like, Mommy, please get away. Like you getting that treatment.
They will not be in there talking about was that her mom or her dad? No, you won't.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
Man, I ain't letting that happen, man.
No, I
Dude
don't
is
think
my
she's a
age, and
predator.
his
I think
mother
she's a
is around
gold
your
digger.
age. I ain't doing that.
Right. She
Let me ever tell
secured
her
the
old
bag, man.
teammates.
But Jalen, I blame Jalen Green too, man, because
You
he's
got to.
stupid for not putting something on dick and messing with that damn girl, man. I get it. She fine, got money. Yeah, I would hit it too if I'm a young
Fine ain't the
nigga.
And
word.
his camp.
But you
Fine ain't the
gotta be
word.
smart
You got
about
to put
that
it on
shit,
his
man.
camp too, because the people in his camp should have
Yeah,
been putting
the
that
men
bug in his
around
ear.
him.
But think
Right.
about this.
You
Think
know what I'm
about this.
saying?
Right. I
When you
agree.
like that, people in your like it's like me. I usually try to keep people around me. I know it's gonna tell me things I don't want to hear, but it's the truth. His camp, those are probably
It's the
people that's gonna
truth.
tell him that he's doing the right thing, even when he's doing the wrong thing. You gotta think
Right.
about it like that. He's
Yeah,
been a
man.
gold
Go on
like
and get that. Go
I've
on
been
and
watching
yeah, I
Jalen
get that
Green since
too.
he was in high school. He's been the golden boy. He's from Las Vegas. He used to play on the Las Vegas team with Josh Christopher. He's been the
Mm-hmm.
golden boy.
Mm-hmm.
So he's probably never heard no, 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 and don't do this. He's probably heard, yeah, you're doing everything you're supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
Back.
So
All
once
that good stuff.
so
Yeah,
once again, it's
that's a
his
good point,
fault.
nephew.
It is.
Good point.
Back.
Good point, nephew. Yeah,
Gotta
it's his
hold him
fault. You
accountable.
gotta take it to
Yep.
No matter what age
because
you are,
he's not
you
he's
gotta
not a
learn that
kid.
accountability.
He's
I know,
young.
but
Right. He's
everybody has
young,
that
but
type of
he ain't no
background where
kid.
they have that where they've learned. Like I've met many athletes in my lifetime where their parents or people around them, their guardian, don't hold them accountable for the things they did wrong. They think that they can't do wrong. You
Right.
feel what I'm saying? So not everybody has that type of backing. Because I pay attention to all that. Even with my own athletes that I train, I'm looking for all that. I basically like think about all that stuff because you never know.
You never know, bro. That's why you gotta protect yourself at all times, like you in the ring. Protect
Yeah,
yourself at all times, my dude.
you got to.
You know, especially these days with them little young scandalous girls y'all got to deal with, boy. Okay, Lord have mercy.
Oh, look at here.
I ain't got time.
And it was the same with us. The only difference is we didn't have social media where somebody 2 or 3 states away knew who you were. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
but yeah,
Yeah.
but the girls back then would show that they liked you and you knew it. They
Yeah,
if
you
you
That's
always
was that
have
like
at
young,
least
Mike
1 or
Tyson.
2.
Mike Tyson was with
right?
a shorty that, you know what I'm saying? Let's not do that. Did not Mike Tyson not mess with that girl who was messing with, who was his name? Brad Pitt at the same time? I could have
Who,
sworn that was
Robin
going
Gibbons?
on. Wasn't she
Oh,
taking money from him?
you talking about in the celebrity circle. In the celebrity
Right.
circle, that's not the same as the average Joe.
But she
You
would
know what I'm
never know who
saying?
he was if he wasn't a boxer.
Right,
You
but
feel what
we're
I'm saying?
talking about
Right. I
professionals.
think you just
You're
put
talking
that in a
about like
different
high schoolers.
Are you talking about regular schmegular females you see on the street? You feel what I'm? That
Yeah,
talk.
yeah.
This probably been going on for decades and stuff. It was just never in the news like that. We just never talked about. I'm pretty
But
sure
that's
of
what
it.
I'm saying. I'm saying, okay, let's say like where I am now. Let's say I'm a top athlete about to go to college, and I got I have all types of highlight tapes all over the place. In the 80s and 90s, I wouldn't have had highlight tapes all over the place. So you don't have people continually reposting my plays. So people in Utah,
Right.
in Texas,
Exposure.
in Tennessee, they wouldn't have known who I am. But nowadays, it doesn't matter where you are, where you coming from. These cats all over the world know who you are, and they know the potential of you making a dollar. And nowadays, it's even worse because you had those
NIL.
NIL deals.
Yeah.
We didn't have NIL deals back then. So, you know, the college, you might make a little money and they trying to latch on to you while you in college. Now they definitely trying to latch on to you while you in college because you can make money while in college before you even hit the
As a
pros.
freshman.
You ain't lying. You can.
You know what I'm
Archie-
saying? And
Fucking
Archie
Caleb
Manning,
Daniels
prime
made 10,
example.
12 million when he was at USC.
Archie Manning hasn't
Come
even
on
played a
now.
snap of football yet. He's already got
So
13 million.
you see, you know what I'm saying? And think about now all the
He was
people
amazing.
that may know that. It may be women that don't know nothing, don't know anything about football. But they see people on their Facebook page posting about stuff like this. Oh, you see that throw such and such? Who's that? Who's that? Oh, he's cute. Oh, now he's cute. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
a fact. That's a fact.
Come on, man. That's the
social
real.
media.
And see, we didn't have that. We didn't have that. We
Not at
might have
all.
been somebody in the state. You know what I'm saying? If your team was good and you were continually putting up big numbers and your school is you know, winning chips or at least going to the playoffs and your name gonna be in the paper for all state, this, that, and the third. Yeah, in the state, yeah. But not out of the state. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? G, I can imagine what G would have had going on in today's game.
Oh
When
man.
when you played G, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, G was a QB. QB1.
Man, look here. Dog. I'm gonna tell you the
There's a
truth,
lot of
man. I think about that too, Flex. If I could have ran the spread offense where I was in the shotgun,
yeah,
man, I know how to put up 4,000 yards a season, man. Easy.
He said I would have put up 4,000 yards this season if I was in the spread offense.
Tell me, man. I know I would have. Easy. Because back then I was 6 foot in high school, so I could see over the line. Then I had big Norman hand. Come on, man. Man, I've been
right.
You gonna put me in the shotgun where I can see the defense and I got time to read and man, come on. I'd have lit it
Listen,
up for real, boy.
he had pro caliber athletes playing with him in high school.
But that was how it was
Easy.
back then. You know, a lot of times in y'all time, these athletes, like sometimes these guys go to prep schools and academies and stuff to basically be groomed into, you know, pros.
Right. True.
Back then, you played where you was, and that's it. That's wherever you played, you had to make your
You had
name
to get
from
it
that
out the
point
mud
on.
and back in the day, man.
Because you had
Unless you went to Somerville.
You had to put in the work.
Christopher Robin School in Queens.
Lamar Odom,
Tavares Bell, who was from here. Tavares only showed up to school during basketball season and then went to the Christopher Robinson School for basketball players with Lenny Cook and all them niggas getting free rides and great games so they could go to the big time schools.
that happens nowadays.
They had a 30, for 30 on that, man.
No.
Yeah. Hey, nephew, you might want to check out John McKissick. John McKissick has won more football games than any other coach.
Show up to Hempstead High during basketball season.
Not Hempstead.
They'll be at Hempstead High during basketball season. Then they will leave to go to the Christopher Robinson School that was passing them.
I told you that I believe that stuff because look, that happens nowadays.
But I'm just saying, them niggas will be at school, at our school,
and
they'd be gone. And they had a big thing on ESPN about the Christopher Robinson School.
Dad,
you
think Cayenne Anthony goes to school? He goes to Lou High. So you act like that doesn't happen till this day. Cayenne Anthony right now is at Lou High. Lou High? He doesn't know
Lou High's basketball school.
Yeah, he doesn't go there for class.
I'm saying Tavares Bell went to Hempstead High. He only showed up to Hempstead High during basketball season. Then they yanked him out and sent him to Christopher Robinson, where Lenny Cook and Lamar Odom will all go to school. They were going to their schools, but then they disappeared out of their schools and were at Christopher Robinson getting fake grades just to pass.
But now all schools are doing that, remember? Rashawn McCann just talked about UNC did that in college.
I'm saying it's like Uniondale High has a star player. He only showed up for basketball season, then he's gone.
Yeah.
Dang, y'all calling out some names I hadn't heard in a long time. Uniondale, Hempstead,
JoJo wanted to play ball.
Baldwin,
He was playing with
Freeport.
Andre Brown, and it disappeared.
Lenny
That happens in a
Cook.
lot of schools where
Lenny
they act like
Cook.
they're going
Remember
to a
Lenny
certain
Cook?
school, but really they're not. Nah, Lenny Cook, I already know about that story. I already know too much. I done seen a Lenny Cook
Yeah,
documentary.
Lenny Cook. LeBron bust his ass in the ABC Nike camp.
But Lenny Cook destroyed himself by hanging out in clubs all night.
Not just hanging out in the clubs. He was just dumb as hell.
That'll do it too.
He was
You can't
dumb as
hang out
hell.
all night and
He was
expect to beat
messing with
LeBron.
females thinking that, and in his head, he thought he already got drafted. He didn't do nothing.
He got left back and everything.
Yeah.
In his head, he thought he got drafted, but he didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't even put it.
What happened with Lenny Cook was before Lenny Cook's senior year, Christopher Robinson got busted and they took down Christopher Robinson. That school got destroyed before Lenny Cook had senior year.
He's an idiot.
And that was the school that was passing him.
Yeah.
But didn't LeBron beat him in a
He
camp?
was the one that got that school busted. He was the one that got that school busted. Lenny Cook got that school busted.
I could believe it.
But
I watched the documentary.
didn't LeBron beat him in a camp when he was like one of the top players in the nation? And him and LeBron met at a camp and LeBron bust his ass?
I'm about to say,
He snuck out of the camp and went to a club and then showed up to the camp thinking it was sweet.
He did. I ain't go for. I remember watching that because he was friends with Melo, Joakim Noah.
Bullshit.
He knew a lot. I ain't go for it. A lot of people that made it to the NBA. Lenny Cook knew who they was, but they was looking at him.
Yeah,
I
Lenny
know.
Cook was a top player in the nation that year, man.
Right.
And then they
I
looked at
remember
him
Lenny
like,
Cook.
yo, like what happened?
Yeah,
They never
he
gave him
was
a shot.
good.
When he
He
made
was
it to the
good.
league at the
What, the overseas league?
No, when he made it to the league.
But it's a lot of legends
the summer
in New
league, they
York.
wouldn't give him his play time.
That
When
was
he was supposed to play against LeBron in the summer league, they shut him down. They wouldn't even let him play. That's how you know the NBA is a business that shuts people down.
damn.
Of course, Tim Donaghy. That's the biggest
Oh
example.
yeah, hell yeah.
Cook showed the whole destruction.
I know, but Tim Donaghy took the fall when he wasn't the main guy. Why is Scott Foster still repping NBA games when he was an accomplice with Tim Donaghy
look at here.
in those bets? They used to talk, his wife said they used to talk every day on the phone like best friends. The NBA is a lot. First of all, Tim Donaghy exposed. They don't call as many fouls for superstars. They call more fouls on other people. They expose that referees are literally fixing games because a referee's whistle has control and power to what's gonna happen.
It's so, man, listen, let me tell you this. It's so great to hear a young person say that because I've been saying that for the past 30 plus years. And people looked at me like I was crazy and called me a hater. Oh, you just don't like such and such. No, I want fair competition. If you beat me fair and square, there's nothing I can say except I got to get better. But if you beat me because you got all this help over here from the whistle, nah, that's just not impressive to me. It's not impressive.
Wait, how is Andre gonna get ejected when he's retired right now, Dad?
And I agree with the Tim Donaghy thing because I said it when the book came out. Before the book came out, I said there's no way in the world he's the only one. There's no way in the world that he's the only one. He's the fall guy, and I'm sure they paid him under the table to go ahead and say, you go ahead and take this, and we're gonna keep moving. But we got to have somebody to take the blame for this.
All you got to do is watch on Netflix the Tim Donaghy story, Flagrant Foul, and it tells you that the dude that Tim Donaghy. It's one guy that he doesn't like because the guy every time blows him up. They call him Baba. He was a bookkeeper and everything. He said that when the FBI investigated all the NBA referees, majority over 70% admitted to betting on games. Majority. And they're not fired. And they did it anonymously.
And that's one of the reasons why I don't watch the NBA like I used to.
I believe it.
That's one of the reasons why I do not watch the NBA like I used to be into it like you. If it was a game on, I'm trying to watch it. If it's stats on there, I'm trying to watch it.
Yeah, they talked about that. That was the game that they made a bet. The game that they kept calling a carry on Allen Iverson's crossover, knowing it's not a carry. That was one of the Tim Donaghy games. That was when he played for the Denver Nuggets. I know exactly what he's saying.
Watch it, man.
Oh, basically what happened was he did, apparently in the referee's mind, he disrespected the referee and the NBA did nothing about it. So the referees took it into their own hands to start calling palming violations, knowing it's not a palming because Allen Iverson just has a big crossover. They started calling palming violations, which kept getting the ball turned over every time. And that's how they lost. Tim Donaghy made a bet against the other team. I already know about all that stuff. I don't believe in the refs. Even nowadays, I'm trying to figure out how Scott Foster, you know that Scott Foster is 17-0 against Chris Paul in playoff games? Or is it 11-0?
Yeah,
God damn.
It's
yeah,
17-0.
yeah,
Oh wait, let me give
Wow.
y'all a great example. Y'all remember the 2022 finals, the Bucks versus the Suns? So look,
Yeah.
yeah.
this is how the betting. I look at the betting numbers all the time. You know, I don't bet, but I look at the numbers. You know why not? Because it lets you know the odds. I'm looking game six. Game six, the Bucks, not the Bucks. The Suns are favored to be. They're 20-point favorites for that game. The referees come out. They let out like I think a day or two before who the referees are gonna ref. Scott Foster name pops up. The Bucks are now plus 0.3 favorites. That's not a coincidence.
It's
And they
not.
won that game. The Bucks
It's
won that
not.
game. That's not a
It's all
coincidence.
about
The whole
Vegas,
betting,
baby.
the whole betting
I,
just turned sideways because they see Foster's rapping. CP's not going to win, so it went to a plus 3 points for the Bucks, which is crazy to me. That's crazy. How a referee has that much power on the betting lines. He
I'm telling you, man.
probably was making bets that night.
That's
and
why I
that's
can't watch
probably
that
that's more than
NBA shit.
likely. Like when New England was on their run, when the
Oh
Patriots were
my
on their
God.
run.
They talking about the New England Patriots from that was a fumble. I don't believe in that tuck rule. I'm all
Yeah,
against
that was a
that one.
fumble, buddy.
That was a
All
That
fumble.
year
That was an
tuck,
long.
all-out fumble.
I ain't never
That was
heard
a
of no
fumble.
tuck rule. I
To
wasn't even
this day,
born.
that was a
I
fumble.
was in my mother's womb, and I know about that. I know about that tuck rule. I watched
Hey,
that entire clip. I don't know how your arm
That's
heals,
a
and
but that's
fumble.
not a fumble.
and
You
when
know
they
what I mean?
added 30 seconds to the game, when Big Ben's second year in the NFL, you know, the first year they had that win streak that the Steelers broke. Then they got into their
Yeah.
Spygate bag, and they knew exactly what we were calling in the playoffs that year. And the following year, we played them, and the game was close, and they added an extra 30 seconds to the clock so the Patriots can get down the field and kick a field goal.
Damn Patriots.
Yeah,
Boy.
the Patriots, they added a 30 seconds for the Patriots to get down the field to get a field goal. Yeah.
Yeah, so they could win the game.
I never. No, you know
Mhm.
what's funny? You know why I don't pay attention to them because me and my pops be already happy. Like we got 2 rings against the GOAT, so it's like I don't even think about that. An extra 30 to get a ring? Nah,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
yeah. How
Nah,
about when the
the
Steelers were
NFL sticks too.
the first wild card team to win the Super Bowl, and they beat the 1, 2, and 3 seed that year going to the Super Bowl, and against the Colts. The refs were horrible, and I'm gonna tell you how horrible the Colts refs were. The refs were so horrible that after the game, Joey Porter said to the media, "I know y'all wanted y'all golden boy to win, but it ain't his time. He ain't gonna win. The refs tried everything to try to get them to win, and y'all tried all the calls, and y'all still didn't get them to win. And do you know how much he got fined for that? 0.
Who?
Now, how many times do you have a player that comes out and bashes the refs at the end of the game and gets no fine?
And the NBA, they do it all the
No
time right
fine.
now. I done seen people get fined $25K. They'll give them
Right.
$25K
But
just
how
for
often
talking
do you
about a
see
ref.
that though? If you bash the refs, they trying to find you. They trying to lighten your pockets. So when you come out and they don't lighten your pockets, you already know. Ain't nothing they can say. Ain't nothing they
That's
can say.
crazy.
Nothing they can do. Yeah, and it's blatant. I'm talking about blatant pass
You know the
interference. They
worst
try to
one?
take
I
the
was real young when this happened, but the worst one I ever seen was the touchdown incompletion one where it was the who caught it? Was it Des Bryant or was it Calvin Johnson who caught the touchdown and the refs are waving incomplete and then they're also waving touchdown. I would never, ever
That was that
forget that.
Des Bryant against Green Bay in the NFC
Yeah, that was the
Championship
Des
that year.
Bryant
yeah.
when they called it an incomplete when it was a touchdown.
Yeah.
Listen, it's the Cowboys. As much as I love seeing the Cowboys fall, nah, we dropped it. I know. I know he dropped it. We talking about refs right now. That was a crazy call.
Those refs, they were right.
He ain't lying. I'm with him on that too. Listen, anything that makes sure the Cowboys don't touch that. Yo, I told my boy this other day. I said, listen. I said, as long as I've been alive, I said the Cowboys ain't never seen a Super Bowl, not even an appearance. And I said, I might die, and it still might happen. That's how my is right now. I might die and never see even Dak Prescott even sniff a trophy. I'll see him at Pro Bowl
Man,
though.
they
That's
had the
about it.
opportunities, man. Dallas
Yep.
Yeah.
had the chances, man. They had the team. It just
They had the team.
Was
Sometimes it was the coaching.
That's broadcasting at CBS.
Oh yeah, Tony Romo saw it as a broadcaster. That's when he saw it. They be so happy. Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, and Michael Irvin. That's the last time they gonna ever say somebody like that. Nobody talking about Tony. Man, every time y'all got a friend that's a Cowboy fan, I made him literally want to quit being a Cowboy fan after this year. I started spamming him with that picture when Tony Romo fumbled the ball when he had to be the spotter for the kicker. Oh my God. That boils them up when you show them that picture. That picture boils them up. You said wide right to Buffalo Bill fan. Oh, no, Buffalo Bill fan. That's too easy. I just go wide right. I remember last month, he was like, you're not even old enough. I said, don't matter. I saw it on NFL film, so wide right.
Nephew be sharp on him, boy.
That's what I'm saying. I love this kid.
Yeah, he's knowledgeable, man. He's knowledgeable.
I'm in the family now.
Quick with
I'm in the family now.
Yeah, you already know it, man. You Ed's son. You know that. Ed's my brother from another mother.
Of course.
I remember when he got in the group, and I was telling Ed, yeah, I know about Freeport a little bit, and I started naming some streets and stuff. He was like, oh, so you were here for real? I said, yeah, I used to spend my summers in Freeport, right there off of Brookside. He's like,
oh, you from that area?
That's where I used to spend my summers. Yeah, right there, Meadow Lane, man. I used to go there, Meadow Lane, the whole summer, just about. So I get on my bike, I be out in Merrick, Roosevelt. You know what I'm saying? All them areas. My aunt just said, be back in time enough for dinner. But other than that, I don't want to see you.
Hey,
so
man.
She kicked me out. I get on that bike and ride.
Hey, man, when I'm with my dad's mother, when it's time for lunch and dinner, I disappear too. So you listen, I understand completely. I understand. When that food good, we could play later.
Yeah.
I'm about to go eat real quick. You know what I mean?
Yo, I'm going to tell you something. I still got my homie from out there. I met this dude back in like 82, 81, 82 when I was going out there. Me and him still tight.
Nuts, man. You talking about 82. I wasn't even starting.
Yo, dude live in Charlotte now, but me and him still tight.
That's slavery days to him. When they hit the 1900s,
Nah, I don't say that. Nah, I don't say that. Nah, he bugging. He's not even that far, man.
Yo, and it's Bug. That's the dude that lived next door to my aunt. I saw him about 2 years ago.
I was a kid, man. You gotta understand that. I was a kid. I know. Nowadays, I understand. Listen, man. Yo, the funniest thing I ever seen, I remember was these two people. I seen these two people walking as a couple. I could tell it was a miserable couple. Shorty had on a Jets shirt. She had on a Jet shirt. He had on a Buffalo Bills shirt. I said, I don't know what's worse. I said, butt fumble or wide right. I said, how are y'all happy together? They was like, the pain brings us together. I said, I can see, because wide right and butt fumble would have me sleepless. Sleepless. You're telling me a dude who was perfect and then missed one kick in the most important time? You don't got to throw. You don't got to run. You don't got to get sacked. You just got to make a kick. And then the other one, he was right there to the Super Bowl. Fumbled that junk right to his butt. Oh, no.
What do you know about the New York Sack Exchange?
The New York Sack Exchange.
Yeah, the New York Sack Exchange.
They were supposed to go all the way.
Yeah,
Jets, right?
I actually saw those guys in training camp. Yep. Mark Gastineau.
Yeah.
New York
I remember that team.
Talking about the Yankees?
Yeah, they used to practice out at Hofstra.
The Sack Exchange?
That's what they were called.
Yeah, they used to practice out at Hofstra. My uncle he knew I was a big football fan, so he took me out there.
The Jets?
Yeah.
That's what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
Talking about the Jets,
Freeman McNeil was the running back.
Yeah. And they had Al Toon.
Nephew don't know about that.
I didn't even know that.
That's something to look up.
So who's the quarterback for the Jets then?
Is
Ken O'Brien or Richard Todd?
Not Ken O'Brien.
That was Ty Richardson.
Ty Richardson as quarterback? They almost made it? He was that good?
They lost to Cleveland in the championship.
No.
Ken Anderson?
Todd.
No.
Was it Richard Todd?
They lost to Cleveland in the semis.
Oh no, you said Cleveland. I thought
Richard
you said
Todd.
from Cincinnati. I'm about to be like, Ken? Cleveland? Wait, Cleveland?
Cleveland in the semis.
Yo, the 80s?
Is that wait. That Cleveland team, that's when they didn't have Couch. Nah, that was
No, that's way before Couch. Before Couch.
That's
Bernie Kosar. They had Bernie
Kosar, Leroy Horde.
He was from Ohio, was he not?
Right.
He was that's why they looked at him as a savior. Until the drive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
John
Kevin
Elway.
Mack.
The drive.
John
Kevin
Elway,
Mack,
baby.
Leroy Horde.
Yeah, fumble.
Oh no, Bernie was nice.
Man.
I would never say Bernie.
Yeah, Bernie was nice.
He was from Ohio. That's why he looked at him as the golden child of Ohio. He was nice.
You know where he went to, right?
Where?
Miami. He was a part of the youth.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Sure was.
Well, number
The
20.
U was spitting
Number
players
20.
out back then.
Really?
Spitting them
I
out
never
left
knew
and
that.
right.
I never knew that. The U produced a lot of great players out there.
What? Did they?
Listen.
Vinny Testaverde,
Did
yeah.
they?
blind man from Melmont, the color blind man from Melmont.
Man, I ain't gonna front. The U
Yo.
produced a lot of players. They had Irvin, they had Lewis, they had they even had The Rock at a point in time, and they was still a
Yeah.
unit. That team.
Russell Maryland, Warren Sapp,
Warren Sapp. I was about to say
Yep.
Warren
Greg
Sapp was on
Lewis,
that team.
Ed Reed,
Ed Reed.
Ed
okay,
Reed.
Sean
the
Taylor.
Blades
Sean
brothers,
Taylor,
Benny Blades,
R.I.P.
Brian
man, Sean
Blades.
Taylor. They produced a
Oh
lot
man,
of great ball. Not
R.I.P. to
now,
Sean
but back
Taylor,
then.
man. Sean Taylor was a different animal, bro.
Back then, you could
Oh,
literally look at
yeah.
the U, and you could literally say they have literally probably one of the most Hall of Famers. I would say, yeah, they're definitely up there with football Hall of Famers.
They got to be up there. They got to be
Yeah,
up there with like
because
Oklahoma,
Alabama
because
can't be up
Oklahoma
there.
put out some
Notre
people
Dame.
too.
Alabama,
Notre
Oklahoma,
Dame.
Notre
got a few.
Dame, USC.
Notre Dame for
Mhm.
sure. Didn't Joe Montana go to Notre Dame? Joe
Yep.
Montana went to Notre
Yeah.
Dame definitely got a lot of Hall of Fame.
USC.
Notre Dame been around since the 1800s.
Yeah.
Leather
USC?
helmets and shit.
Oh, USC. Oh, yes, USC.
Yeah,
of course.
USC.
Yeah.
USC produced a lot of great players.
Hey,
a lot of running
I got a
backs,
question.
quarterbacks.
I got a question real quick. I got a question
Good
for the panel. What do you think the Colorado Buffaloes and Deion Sanders gonna do this season, man? This upcoming season?
That's a coin toss for me because they can either be really good or really trash because they went through the portal. They got a lot of people through the portal, a lot of experienced old linemen. They got Shador,
Yeah.
who's a great quarterback, who's being trained under Tom Brady. You can't sleep on that kid. The kid threw
You
for
bet
the
not.
kid literally knows how to play. And the only
You
thing
bet
about it is that he needs
not.
an O line. If he gets
That's
an O
it.
line, he's gonna throw at
Oh,
least 400
man.
yards. He gonna throw 400
But see,
yards.
that's exactly what Dion was saying when he was at the HB when he was at Jackson State when they were trying to get him to go up against the Georgias and the Alabamas. He said, "I'm not putting my kids through that." He said,
Right.
"When I get a team that can compete up front,
Mhm.
that's when I want you to
Yeah.
put my
He
teams
said,
against that."
he said, let me get my horses in the trenches and then we can
That's
play.
it. That's
Yeah.
it.
It was just a
And once
test,
you get,
man.
and I think this year they collaborated so much against him last year.
Mhm.
They had coaches from other
Mhm.
teams helping. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
got 2 or 3 coaches from 2 or 3 different teams going against them.
Piling on to him,
Right.
man. Piling on him. Yeah.
But
But
you know
this
why?
year,
Because like Dion said it, like these coaches think that they're playing him. No, you're playing
yeah,
his kids and other people.
Yeah, the
That's the
egos
yeah,
get in the way, man. The egos get
yeah.
in the way with Deion.
I
And
see them getting about 2 losses this year. I see them if he gets
take.
those horses.
That's a big take. If they do get the horses together, they can have.
You think
Yeah.
they'll make the
3
playoffs?
horses.
You think they'll make the college football playoffs?
I can see them making the playoffs if
I
he
can
gets
see
those
because
big horses.
With the new playoff system,
Because it go to 12 teams this year.
And the thing
The
Yeah.
about it is
playoffs
that
go to
it's
12
about
teams this year.
it's about
Yeah.
how invested his players are. If his players are fully invested, then yeah, they're gonna be a problem.
Oh, they're gonna buy into Deion now.
Oh, they buy into a system, and those who don't buy in, they won't play.
This is really gonna
Right.
try to
If you
He
don't buy
already
in, you
said
don't
that.
play.
Texas has 2 quarterbacks right now where they have a chance at any time. You got Archie Manning sitting still on the bench. Nah, Alabama's
He still
not the
gotta
same.
show
No
me,
Nick
though.
Saban. There's no Nick Saban.
Arch
Dad.
Manning got
Nick Saban
to show
retired.
me
This ain't
that last name ain't gonna cut it.
Alabama.
He got to
This is
show me.
Alabama now.
Yeah.
The team that's the most problem. Michigan lost. They lost Harbaugh. Alabama lost Saban.
But the coach said they got backing him up.
I know the black guy. I ain't go front. If he crying like that, he out here having teams play like that. They might be a problem.
Michigan ain't gonna lose too much, man.
I think a team like it's either you got Michigan, Ohio State, of course, but they don't have Marvin Harrison Jr. Now they got to start from scratch.
Ohio State always starts from scratch.
I know. They always do that.
Ohio
I hate to
State
say it,
reloaded,
but
man. They
I
reloaded.
hate to say it, but you still gotta look out for Georgia.
I was about to
Oh,
say
yeah.
Kirby.
Definitely.
Come on, that's what I was about to say. I was
Yeah.
about to say
I hate Georgia, but you still gotta look out for
Georgia
them.
get him, boy. Georgia
South
get him,
Carolina is
and they put him
crazy.
in the pros.
South Carolina hasn't had a good coach since Joe Morrison, and I
They needed a
stand
good
by that.
quarterback.
You say Joe Morris?
Joe
They
Morrison.
needed a good quarterback.
That's what I'm about to say. I haven't heard that name in so long.
We haven't had a good coach since that dude. I don't care who they put in there. That's the last good coach that we had, the last one, and he was building a program.
Hey, what about Lou Holtz,
he
man?
built a program. No,
Holtz
Lou Holtz was
won in
past his
Carolina.
prime. But he was past his prime by the time he got there.
Spurrier won the most games at Carolina.
He was a bum.
I'm definitely not worried about Texas A&M. I'm definitely not worried about LSU right now. LSU, they not the same without. They don't got Joe Burrow, Chase, and all those guys. They might.
But here's the thing, though. There's going to be two teams from the SEC that you're going to have to worry about. You never know what the other team's going to be from year to year.
Oh yeah, Florida State, because they did lose their quarterback.
Oh
they
yeah,
about that.
But a lot of Florida State top players transferred out, man.
They was mad.
They're gonna have to retool from the beginning because once Florida State got robbed from
that's why they got football.
They were supposed to be in that playoffs.
A lot of the top players left.
Yeah. They should have been in the playoffs.
They were. Yeah, they got robbed.
Wasn't they perfect?
They got robbed.
They had a perfect.
When they lost their starting quarterback, that hurt them, man.
Yeah, that quarterback.
Yeah, starting quarterback got hurt. That hurt them real bad.
And he was pretty good.
Yeah, but that's only because they did it for money purposes. They don't want to see a defense again because their defense was biting. Their defense was winning games for them, and the NCAA doesn't want to see that. They want somebody that's gonna put up points.
Florida State, Jared Verse, that boy good, boy. That boy good.
Florida State,
trying to tell you.
Florida State, boy, they was on their way.
They got robbed about that. The Hurricanes, I really haven't heard much about them, or the Gators. The Gators or the Hurricanes, really haven't heard much about them in a minute. The Gators are solid.
Yeah, they'll have.
Really making the,
they'll have players, but they won't have like a complete team.
Yeah, Notre Dame. It's been a minute since we heard Dame going crazy.
Yeah, but are they in a conference yet?
Oh, Notre Dame.
Yeah, are they still independents?
I don't know. I think they might be still independent. I think they're still independent.
Still independent?
With them being independent, that really gives them a chance because they have the name and they really get to pick and choose who they play. So, you know, a lot of times they can play an okay school and they can get the wins, and at the end of the year, they can be 10-1. And, you know, but look at the teams that they played for the most part.
The schedule was weak, yeah.
Right, and that's what comes from being an independent. But you get these teams that are in the SEC or the Pac, or you know what I'm saying.
I mean, not the SEC. The Pac-12 and the SEC are starting to become real big now. The
SEC's always been the strongest. Well, not always. I say the past 15, 20 years, SEC's been the strongest.
SEC is the best comp because that's what comes with, like, when they look at quarterbacks.
It used to be the ACC. It used to be
it used to be tough. That's a fact.
Yeah, when Florida State got in the ACC, they took over. I'm talking about the first 3, 4, 5 years they went to the ACC. They took over instantly from day one.
For real,
the ACC nowadays, you look at it as a weak conference, but back then, you ain't lying. They did come in and take over.
Because Virginia was tough, Clemson was tough, Florida State was tough. You know, and he was like, "Oh shoot!" Now before they split, they didn't have all the teams that they have now.
Clemson, it's funny. I really haven't heard much about Clemson in a while. They did have that one kid who was
you got to recruit,
but they don't really got nobody.
They're recruiting,
and part of it is the coach. You know what I'm saying? When he had those comments, it's like he plays like, I'm not sure. I'm not. Yeah. Oh yeah, and we can't forget Georgia Tech for a couple years in the ACC.
Oh yeah, Georgia Tech, of course, definitely.
Back then, they had what's my man named Joe Hamilton. Joe Hamilton was hurting them. Lil Joe. Yeah, and his cousin too. What was his cousin name at receiver? What was his name? Because both of them played in the pros.
Yeah, Woody Dancer.
Oh, Woody Dantzler was he's from Orangeburg, like Clemson. Yeah,
that's the best part. So I have voice isolation, so I ain't even got to worry about that.
Yeah, but hey, gentlemen, check it out, man. We hitting the 2-hour mark, man, and I'm glad y'all fellas were able to join me, but I gotta wake up and go to the job tomorrow. So
we all gotta punch that clock in the morning.
Yeah, man. So if y'all want to give me your final thoughts and wrap things up, I really appreciate it, brother. Nephew, we'll start with you. What is your final thoughts, man? You and Ed.
Y'all might want to. I ain't gonna front. I'm gonna tell y'all something because y'all might want to start doing Spotify, YouTube, Twitch, all that stuff. Y'all might want to start doing that. People that talk about sports.
Yeah, we send this on YouTube. We have it on YouTube.
Yeah,
I'm saying I should do it on more streaming platforms. Like I can do multiple at a time, build it up, have more people tune in, and you're gonna have people that have their comments, especially people my age. We gonna have our comments about things, but
we welcome that, man.
But I'm saying exactly, and that's what's gonna give y'all more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
let your peoples know that, you know what I'm saying, this is going straight to YouTube.
Of course, I'm about to be on YouTube too.
Yeah, man.
I'm pumped.
Yeah. So, you know, we on the weekends is when we do it. So, you know, like I said, this is really my first time through the sports channel, man. That's why I appreciate you guys joining me. And you know, yeah, it was a last minute thing, but hey, I think we had a good conversation, man, and it can only get better as we keep going. So, and
right,
you know, like you mentioned, multi-streaming, we're gonna get into that. And if you know anybody that know how to work this shit, man, let me know. You know,
me
open the ideas.
I'm a computer science. That's what I do.
Okay, well, hey,
okay.
I told myself how to do it.
Okay, nephew.
Make it easier for y'all.
Yeah.
No doubt.
We're gonna definitely use you then. We're gonna definitely use you, brother.
No doubt.
Listen, I'll be an engineer. That's lit.
Okay.
That's lit.
Man,
hey, that's hey, man, keep it in the family. Keep it in the family. We gotta get you a funky Uncle Bucket.
And you gotta drop us your contact information, man.
I'm taking that with pride, Uncle.
Yep. Hey, I got them over here. All I need is the address, man. I ship it right on out.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Never said that. I'm about to tell my pops right now.
No doubt.
Hey, ask Ed if he want to hop back on to give his final thoughts, man.
He right here.
I'm listening.
He listening right now.
Okay, give us your final thoughts.
What's your final thoughts, Ed?
As always, funky uncles do what they do. The talks are on point every time. Everybody has their great opinions.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some opinions aren't needed, especially LeBron people.
Hey, listen, we'll talk about that next time. We gonna have that.
Hit. Word, that's what's up, man. Ed, glad you
might
could
see
join
a
us, man.
WWE on one end of the funky uncles when it comes to that conversation. He might say something, get slapped in the back of him real quick.
Word. Hey, over here on G to QB, man, we all about the sports, man. Sports and sports stories. So any sports stories y'all got, bring them up, man. We can talk about them. And hey, man, this was fun, man.
We got opening day coming up. Me and the boy will be at Citi Field for the Milwaukee Brewers for opening day for the first time.
That's cool, man.
Okay, that's what's up.
Man. Yeah. I want to start implementing that into sports. Hey, if you at the game, man, take a live video or video or something.
Oh, believe me, that's what we always do.
Yeah, come back and share it with us, man. You know, that'll be dope.
No doubt.
We always do. We always try to make everything experience up here, you know, with the kids,
right?
Sport wise, we take them to everything.
I love that,
doubt,
man.
That's good shit,
man.
That. I like that too. I like that a lot, man. I like that. Flex, what's your final thoughts, brother?
And everything as possible, you know, streets ain't for everybody, so, you know.
You right. You right. I like to thank everybody. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Your funky Uncle Drew. I like to thank everybody that came up tonight, everybody that watched on Facebook Live, everybody that watched G live stream. Definitely glad to get Ed back on, you know, and my next up nephew. Like I was telling G earlier, I don't just want it to be the funky uncles. I also want to talk about our next up nephews. You know, they're doing extraordinary things. We definitely want to give them their props, let them know that we got their back. You know what I'm saying? We need to talk about something, whatever the case may be, need advice. Come to your uncles because we down for our next up nephews. So Ed, my brother, love you, nephew. Niecy Pooh that was over there, keep knocking them out. I want to see you go ahead up in the ring when you know what I'm saying. all Ed's kids are my nieces and nephews because we brothers like that. And G the same, you know, your son, that's my nephew. We making this a family affair.
Yes, sir.
You can't run away from that, Unc. You Unc now.
Hey, I ain't running. Look, next time I get a chance to come out in that area, I might just pop up on you and be like, yo.
Hey, man.
Right.
You get welcome with open arms.
Yo, and if you ever come down to South Carolina and you want to be bored and just sit out in the country and just relax.
Hey, nephew, you come down here in this country now. We gonna take it out there in the grass and show you what them country boys do down here. Now. You know?
Man, the
what
last
we
time I was
do,
in the
man.
South, y'all okay, I had me thinking some things, man. I was running by all them fields and stuff. Man, cotton fields left and right. I'm like, Dad, you sure we in the right place? I hope we didn't go back in time, man.
Yeah, you in
I
the
ain't
South,
going
baby.
for it.
You in the
I ain't
South, my
going.
man.
Show you some
It's a
cotton
totally
fields
different
and all
world
that. Let you know that
down
it's real down here. That ain't just something that they was talking about. It's
No,
real.
it's
Oh
real
no!
down here, brother.
Listen,
It's
I
real.
saw it. It was real as ever. I didn't even want to leave my hotel
So
that
you
time.
saw
I'm
it.
like, I ain't taking
I
no
saw it.
chances. You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, that's real, man. That's real.
Yeah, man. Come
But
on through anytime, man. Anytime.
anytime, man. But
I
hey,
might
I
have to
want to
stop
We
thank you
by.
guys, man. I want to thank you, nephew. It's always
Of
great
course.
chatting it up, chopping it up with you, man. Welcome to the family, brother. And we
Happy to
appreciate
be
your
welcome.
knowledge and insight on sports to be such a young man and on life. Keep it
right.
up. You listen to your dad. You're gonna be all right, man. I promise you.
That's
But they
it.
always
Promise
tell
you,
you knowledge
you'll
is
be all
power.
right.
That's something you always
Yeah,
need. I read books and I
yeah.
look
Your
at stuff
dad.
like this. You know what I mean?
Keep
You need
keep
this
your
type
dad
That's
in
what
your
I'm
knowledge.
life,
talking about.
man. You'll be good, man. And of
That's
course,
it.
Flex, you know how we do it, man. We're
All the
gonna
time.
do this again. And
No doubt. No
hey,
Hey,
doubt.
next time
anytime
y'all
you
do
guys,
this, tell my
yeah,
father that I'm in here. I'm definitely in here.
yeah,
I don't
this
care
is
if I'm at home.
yeah,
Listen, my
definitely,
father be
man.
on one end, I'll
Definitely.
be
We
on the
love to
other.
have
I'm
you
here.
guys on, man.
Okay, I might have a next up
For sure.
nephew
And
show
we
coming up
appreciate
soon.
that,
I got a
man.
couple young cats that's doing things. I love to bring you on as well, man. We gonna spotlight all our young cats that's doing
Yeah.
things.
So we
We
gonna
we
call it the
doing it
nephew
all. We
special.
talking
That'll
about
be good.
everything.
We gonna call it the nephew special because
With
I'm
next
nephew
up
E.
nephews, man. The next up
It's
nephews.
the
Y'all next
nephew.
up the bat.
Yeah,
Listen, I like
yeah,
that.
y'all
I'm
after
nephew E
us,
already,
so
so you know what I'm saying. Nobody can take that name.
nephew E. That's what's up, man.
Okay.
But like Drew said, man, we streaming on his channel through Facebook, and we're streaming through my G to QB sports channel. I want to thank anybody that tuned in for a brief time or any time. We appreciate your viewership, and we'll do it again like this next weekend, man. I'll send
All
out the
right.
links, and we'll have another sports discussion along with sports stories. So,
I'll be there.
So on that note, man, it's G to
I
QB.
got my
Thank you
and
guys
Funky
for
Uncle
coming up.
Drew.
Salute. Be safe.
Salute.
And Funky Uncle Drew, check us out on the Funky Uncles. And thank you guys. We'll see y'all later. Good
All
night.
right. Peace.